I'm currently doing a really stupid thing. I originally wanted to post my go live post, but then I saw that they added a tab on Twitter that's their AI, Grok or Grok or however you say that. And you can just ask it whatever. It's basically ChatGPT, right? But it can also do other things. And so I asked it, can you draw an anime girl with big boobs for me? And it sure did. Which is questionable because are you sure that you just want to allow anyone that is using Twitter to do that? Like, I'm sure there's kids there. And you're just fine with Grok just being able to do that? That's hilarious. Anyway, you guys want to see it? It's not... it's not safe for work. It's just kind of funny. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think... Here. This is what it did. I don't dare to open the other tab. The hidden one. I don't even think I can. But yeah. So yeah, obviously it's AI generated, and that fucking sucks, dude. And I hate this thing, but yeah. So if you wanted to know, you know, if you ever feel the need, then instead of doing that, ask me for good spicy accounts on Twitter, and I can provide you. So yeah. Anyway, good morning. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Hello. Today is a very slow day and probably a bit of a shorter stream because we have some construction going on downstairs, and that will probably make me have to leave at some point because we're making like a little room for 3D printing, so I can like print some stuff for my job. And yeah, they're currently like reworking that, so whenever they come up, I'll probably have to stop streaming because it's gonna be loud and you're gonna hear some noises probably, and I can probably also help them, so so yes. But yeah, I don't have much to do anyway right now. I just want to go around and cap my stamina and all of that, so I've done that today. Not my stamina, sorry, my insight. So yeah, we're gonna do that today, but it's gonna be a slow day. It's gonna be a chill day. Yeah, nothing crazy again. I was thinking about playing other games that I'm currently playing where I do my dailies and stuff, but we're gonna see. Maybe I'm gonna do that. That would probably just be Life Makeover right now, which, you know, is a similar game. It's a dress-up game, so it's similar. But yeah. And I originally was like, maybe I should play Fields of Mystria, but unfortunately, Fields of Mystria, because it is still in the, what's the word? The closed, no, not the closed beta. What's the word for that? Early access. It's an early access, yes. Because it is still an early access, it doesn't have that much content, and yeah, I kind of lost motivation because I couldn't progress after a certain point, like in the mines. It's like Stardew Valley, so yeah. So now I just kind of want to wait with that game, so we're probably gonna just do that and wait. And yeah, I was thinking about playing another game. I'm not gonna tell you which one yet. It's gonna be a little different though. But the problem is that, well, I'm not gonna do it today. It's gonna be a pretty hefty big game, and I'm probably not gonna be able to stream everything that I do in this game because it's just so big and vast, and I'll probably want to play it just, you know, without having stream on sometimes. But I'm still debating on that. So we're gonna see. Anyway, today's Infinite Nikki for now. And then maybe Life Makeover. But Life Makeover is kind of just, I go through my dailies, and then I do have something to do that could be cool, but yeah, we're gonna have to see. I have some outfits to do. They have a cool they have a cool event where you create outfits for other people, and that would be really cool because I love doing that, and that's something that takes some time because I have a lot of themes to do. But yeah, we're gonna see how much I have to do in NIKKI. So yeah. Wah! Wah! Yippee! Hi Kagan! Thank you for your 25 months! I appreciate that. I am indeed live. I do be live, that's true. Yeah, sorry for the ad break. I hope ad watchers are back now. Welcome back, ad watchers. Hi, I was just yapping about games. Don't worry, I was saying a lot of things that are not necessary for you to know today. But yes, let me say hi to everyone. Hi Flowerman, hi Soup, hi Derek, hi Buldenka, hi Chu, hi Hazel, hi Lynn. Hi Kagarn, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you very much for the hydrate. I have a hot chockey here with little marshmallows in it because it's so illegal. It's so illegal, but I got it for Christmas. And I'm using baking cocoa powder, which is really nice. And I haven't used the one from the package yet with the marshmallows, and I hope it's gonna be good. But yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's weird because I also put coffee, like instant coffee, in there for some reason, and it wouldn't need it. But this is the 3rd time I've said this, I think, or maybe the 5th time or something. I always talk about this at the start of the stream. I don't know. I think I always try to justify it to myself, and I need to keep doing that so I can make it a habit and finally start believing it myself. I always put that in there, so I think it's more like a coffee and not a hot chocolate, because a coffee sounds more healthy than a hot chocolate. So yeah. Is it Swiss Miss? Oh, is that like is that like a cocoa powder that's pretty beloved? I think I've heard about that, but I haven't had it. I don't think we have it here. Yeah. Too big for her to handle? Excuse me? Nothing is too big for me to handle. What are you even talking about? Strimmer, is it gay if you and your roommate go house at your mom's place and you both clean up the place and then chill in bed and kiss and cuddle until you fall asleep because you're tired? No. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about that. Ugh. I'm good, I'm ready to go dive back into Like a Dragon Infinite. Well, I hope you have fun with that game. I actually have Like a Dragon in my Steam library, and I don't know, I know I bought it at some point. I must have, because I don't, or maybe it was gifted to me. Maybe. It's been a while since I've had that, like probably 2 years or something, or maybe longer. But yeah, I've had that game for a while and I forgot I had it. So I went through my Steam library the other day and I was like, oh, I have that. I did play Yakuza 0 on stream, and that was a fun game. That was really fun. It was really funny. But yeah, I know in, like, chronologically, Like a Dragon is after 0. That's what I was told anyway. So I do want to play that eventually, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know I had it, so I need to first get used to the thought of having it and having it like in my mental library of like, okay, what game could I play on stream? But there's a lot of those games, so so yeah, I don't know, whatever I feel like, I don't know. But yes, anyway, today, NIKKI, yay! So what's probably going to happen though is that I'm going to keep NIKKI as a regular occurrence for streams and have that a few days a week, and then we're gonna have to see about raiding in 14, because I do wanna stream raiding. We're currently not raiding. If anyone's wondering, okay, you said you were going to do the raiding, right? You said you were going to do raiding streams. We're currently just on a winter break, kind of like a Christmas break, except it's also still going this week. So next week we're gonna start raiding again. So if you're interested in seeing more tea, don't worry, that's not cancelled or anything. We're not done with that. We are very much still progging that. And yeah, we're gonna continue next week. So that's gonna be Wednesdays and Fridays as per usual. But then again, it might not always be streams then. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. But yeah, if you're interested in that, if you're like, oh yeah, you know, I would like to see it, where is it? It's still happening, but just not for Christmas. Because we are not, in fact, crazy people that have nothing to do on Christmas. We actually went to our families and stuff in the static, so yeah. But yes, and I'm getting the itch again to play some 14, but it's not quite there yet where I actually know what I want to do. I just miss my character, okay? I miss looking at my character. So that's like the main thing. But yeah, if you're looking for casual 14 streams, maybe they're gonna be happening again soon, but I'm not gonna promise anything because I don't want to burn myself out, right? Also, why is my VTube stream on streamer mode? Can you darken? How do I put this thing in streamer mode? Oh, there we go. Wait, it fixed itself. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. Very good. Okay, nice. If you play just for playing it, it would be fine, but if you value the story, you're gonna miss out. There are a lot of games before it. You mean like Yakuza games? I mean, what I was told is that chronologically, in terms of the story being told chronologically, you would have to play 0 first and then Like a Dragon. So you would get the start of the story. Like, it's not in chronological release order, it's in chronological story order. Yeah, I don't know. Played all of them. You love the story and characters a lot? Yeah, I mean, the characters are really iconic. And I've only played one game, but I think that, you know, there's a lot to it. And it's a very wholesome, but also really, really fun game. Yeah. Made a new Discord reactive, which was fun. Oh, you mean like a little, like a PNG model thing? Is that what we're talking about? Don't know what to do. Looks at big woman. Yeah, no, I don't know what to do. Are you insinuating G-posing or something? No, we're talking about actual content, okay? Actual content. Like I said to another person, you can watch a YouTube video to see what the story is about, but the thing is, experiencing the story is different, just to see a short version of it. Like a Dragon is 7th, if you don't count Yakuza 0, but you start with that one. Yeah, I mean, in release order, Like a Dragon is like one of the last games that released, right? But it's like earlier in the story. I don't know. That's just what I was told. I don't even know what games come after, but I was told that if you want to play it in chronological order, you play 0, and then you play Like a Dragon, and you play whatever else. Like, then you play 1 or something. I don't know. But again, it's been, what, like 2 years? I have no idea what I'm talking about, so yeah. Thingy that shows up on streams. Yes! Yes, I have one of that too, I think, but I don't think I have it in here. I used to use that. I sometimes use it when I don't have... Do I have it in here? When I don't have my live 2D because I'm like too tired. Also, the sun is shining in my eyes right now. Can it stop? I don't think I have it here. I have this one. Oh, that one's not gonna show up right now because it's not open. I'm an idiot. I do have a PNG though, but yeah. Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, Yakuza Kiwami 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, and then Like a Dragon. Then Gaiden, then Infinite Wealth. Really? Huh? Interesting. Ba ba ba. Oh yeah. Yakuza Kiwami. Kiwami. So it actually makes sense then, like the numbers actually make sense then. I was like, the numbers don't make sense, but then they actually do make sense. Yay! The image is of course my big woman, because why would it be anything else? Yeah, of course! Lurking in elite dangerous. Hello, I can't even look at that right now because the sun isn't. Wait, I need to cover the sun with my hand. To see my Discord. It's gonna be over soon. Jesus. Yeah, I can barely see it, but I see enough. I hope the sun. I should have closed the curtains a little bit before I started, but I didn't think that far. That was a problem for future me, and it was too far ahead in the future, so whatever. Okay, what is this? Yeah, we have to do this actually. There's new ones unlocked, and then maybe. Oh no, never mind. Hard unlocks in 3 days. I thought we could already do it once we've done all of these normal ones, but turns out no, we can't. We in fact cannot, so I'm just gonna have to do these, and then we wait. Oh, you actually get Eureka material for this, and a lot of money. Hey, hello. Hand it over. I mean, a lot of money is, you know, subjective, but to me, who's currently very broke, that's a lot of money. Alright, okay, let's do this real quick, and then we can get to everything else. All the gathering and stuff. I need I think the next thing that I need is literally, am I tabbed in? Hello. The next thing I need is literally just orbs for the miracle outfit. And that's kind of it. And then I'm done. Yippee! This is scary. Oh god. Oh god, my brain doesn't work properly for this. I am not smart enough. I am not smart enough for this. It's okay though, we did it. The story is long, a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, oh my god, I was surprised because it feels like Yakuza could just be one game, right? Like, it could just be one game and it would be, or like 2 or 3 games. But they have like, what, 10 games at this point? I'm like, how much more can you even tell? How much story can you tell with these characters? But it's totally fair. Like, it's totally... It makes sense because it's not really that... Like, a lot of shit happens to them, but then again, they're Yakuza, so... It's like, it kind of does make sense after all, yeah. Is someone knocking on my door? Alright, we're back, chat. I'm sorry about that. Someone thought it was a good idea to invade me while I'm live on stream. How dare. But hi, we're back. I just used a lot of time on this, didn't I? Yeah, okay. I should have paused. It's fine. We probably, I don't know, do we have to redo this or... I don't know, we're gonna see. Pain. Sorry about that. We're back. Alright. If you just want gameplay, it's fine to play whatever, but the story, yeah. Yeah, I do care about the story, even though I will say I will probably have forgotten most of the story once if I play Kiwami now, I'll probably, actually no. Because honestly, Yakuza's story was pretty, how do I say this? Rememberable. Memorable, is that it? Yeah. It was very memorable. So, I do actually remember the characters and stuff and what happened for the most part, I think. Okay, did I? Okay, I just get... You just need to clear. You don't need to do it especially well. Okay. That's good to know then. Very nice. Alright, let's get out of here. New spin-off comes out soon. I'm gonna pre-order it as soon as I have money for it. Ooh, interesting. Hi, Link. Happy New Year, and hi, Niaryu. Hello. How are you guys doing, huh? How's it going for you? Happy New Year, Link. Happy New Year. I don't know who I said it to and I didn't, so if you come in here for the first time and I haven't said Happy New Year to you, then Happy New Year. I just don't remember, okay? I need a checklist to be like, okay, have I said Happy New Year to you? No. Okay. I fished this. Okay, well, let me just check then what we need for the new outfit. I saw someone that already had this, and no, these? No, not these. But that doesn't make any sense because you can't, like, it was for sure these parts that they already had. They had 3 parts of the outfit. They did not have these. They did not have the earrings. Maybe they had the shoes or whatever. No. But it doesn't make any sense to me because you can't have... Unless I skipped a day. Okay, maybe you can have 5 and I didn't do one of these. So you can already have these. But I was like, that's a bit sus that they already have that. But then I checked the image and they had like the 3 pieces here. And that's it, I think. I don't even know if they actually... I think they had the hair. They have to have had the hair because it was very long. And I'm pretty sure it was this, but... Yeah, I was like, damn, that's crazy. But that's crazy because you need these orbs, and to have 180 orbs, you're gonna have to have spent some crystals on the, you know, stamina. Which, Jesus Christ, like, I do that sometimes. Like, I used the first one that only costs 50, where you get 80 stamina. But that's it, and you only get 10 orbs for that. You get 10 orbs for 80 stamina. So you have to imagine they used 180 times that, which is just do the math, I guess. What that is in stamina, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know how they have. I don't know. Can anyone confirm that 5 is currently the max you can have? Because I feel like it would make sense. If you do... I think I did the main story after doing my dailies or something. And then it didn't reset. Because this you can only get from dailies. And that only unlocks after you've done the main story for it. And I think maybe there's some shenanigans going on with that. Which is, if you did your dailies after you did the story, then this would turn into like this thing. Like one of the dailies would turn to this. So you might be able to have 5 right now. Like that's fine, I guess. But then I'm missing a day, which is unfortunate. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, we're getting there. The only thing I'm really missing is these things, of course, and then the orbs, which is pain. But I can finally focus on that now. And then I need to get, obviously I need to get double all of this for the second set of this. But then again, the time it takes to upgrade this outfit's colors is going to be very long, so I don't need to duplicate anytime soon. So yeah, I have time to do this, but still, I don't want to be slacking. Hi Salty, I got teleported again. Why am I getting teleported here? I don't know. I was yapping on the guy who was doing test stream every 1 hour and doing stream for 10 minutes and he was ending. I came in, chat for 1 hour and 30 minutes and came here. I don't know how. Wait, what? Did you like accidentally click the go live notification or something? I promise I'm not doing any sussy things and redirecting every chatter to my stream. That would be funny. I wish I could do that, but I promise I'm not. So I don't know. That must be on your end. Yeah, I don't know. You can't see other players in game, right? So you mean on a streamer's? What do you mean? Also, hi Lunar Shark Love. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. How you doing? And Happy New Year. I think it's still okay to say that. It's the 3rd. I know we're already done. Like, I know some people literally just sit, play a game, and then it's midnight. They're like, yippee! And then they go back to playing the game, and that's all celebration they need for the new year. But I think I still get to say Happy New Year to people coming in. But yes. You can't see people in game, like if you go to your friend list. Is that what you're asking right now? I don't know. I'm confused, but you can see if someone is online here. It says online 16 minutes ago, 5 hours ago, whatever, you know? Yeah. By the way, if you wanna be friends, feel free to I can share some codes in the chat. If anyone here wants to add me real quick. I'm just gonna copy paste these and put them in the chat. I can't pin them right now. I'm too lazy. I can't pin them simply for the reason that I'm too lazy. But if you want to add me as a friend in Infinite NIKKI, I'm gonna share 3 for now. I think that's good enough. So if you want, just use one of those codes and yeah, just add me. I found him at the bottom of just chatting. I'm gonna be lurking because tired. Yes, thank you. I appreciate the lurk. I don't know what happened there. Oh, Frost is here. Thank you, Frost. Thank you. Man, I hope you're okay, Frost. Yeah, thanks. Happy New Year and take care. No, you. It's me there. Yeah. Yeah, there you are. I like I looked at this yesterday. I really like what you did with the contrast here. I don't know what you did, but the shimmer of this is absolutely beautiful. It's so good. Yeah, some people have really pretty plates. And a lot of them have like dark blue, which is really funny because I just changed the dark blue as well. For my profile. Here, this is mine. And it was, I don't know, I think something about how they make the blue look with the shimmer and everything is just... Also, like, galaxy theme is obviously really cool. And we have a lot of that right now because, yeah. I just remembered something. Speaking of galaxy theme and dark blue, I need to show you guys something if you didn't know. I reposted this on Twitter. I literally just saw it in a Twitter post earlier today. And, it's really cool that they do that. And I want to show it to you in case you haven't seen it yet. Because I would have definitely missed this if it wasn't for that glorious Twitter post. So thank you. So if you go here, I think it's here. Yeah! Wish Festival souvenirs. You get a little glowy bow and it matches really well with the skirt that we have. And the outfit that you get in the event. And this is only for the Wish Festival, so it's really, really cute. And it's new, so that's super nice. Very nice. So if you don't have that yet, go get it. Go grab it. Yeah! I would have never seen this. I don't think they tell you that it's there. Maybe they do, but I wasn't listening, so I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Frost, no sludging. Are you feeling better? Are you guys still sick? Or is it better now? Stop! I don't want to talk to you. Oh yeah, pink ribbon eels. I actually need to go and fish those. First, I need to do some grooming, and then we can go. Need to get my daily insight up, and away. I'm almost at the fishing insight, so that's the one thing. No, I don't want to be here. Go away. Don't tempt me. The one thing I'm missing apart from the orbs is these, which, yeah, that's going to be pain. But they're not a daily material, so once I unlock that, which is going to happen today, actually. Yeah, I can unlock that today, I'm pretty sure. So, whenever I get that today, I'm gonna fish these, and these are not limited to one a day, so I'm just gonna be able to complete that now. And then I can only worry about orbs, so, and I guess these things, but, you know, I think I'm gonna get these faster than I'm gonna get 430 orbs. But yeah, we're getting there, I'm looking forward to it. And I actually think, so, I think the first color of the miracle outfit is always pink, maybe? Or it was that way in these two ones that we have right now. And I'm heavily debating just getting the Silvergale Aria one instead. Like the first recolor for that, once I have enough tiers, right, for it. But also, the other one is also really pretty. I don't know, I have to see what I feel like. Either is fine, either is really pretty, but the long hair that the Silvergale outfit has is just on another level. Hello! Oh, you're jumpy! Right. Let me just pet you, you cutie. You absolute adorable cutie. Alright. It's like in a finishing place when you speak to the dude, you get a shirt. Oh, you mean the fishing, what's it called? This here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that. It's like the guy at the counter. I also would have never guessed. I saw it somewhere on Twitter or whatever as well. Or no, I saw it in the interactive map actually. They tell you there, they're like, yeah, if you talk to this guy, you can get this and that. So yeah, there's probably some shops or some stuff you can get by talking to NPCs that I haven't seen yet. He's not even here! What? Scammed. Absolutely scammed. Can I have one pink. I don't know. Why is she talking to me like that? Can I exchange them? Jesus. Can I exchange some still, please? Is any of you pink? Nope. I think... I don't know, does it reset daily or does it reset every 24 hours? I'm very unsure about this one. Are you pink? No. Why is there only 2 of them in here? Is it because I started fishing and if you start fishing then the fishing spot doesn't get reset or something? Because there's always 3 except in this one, and that has been like this for a day now. Weird. I don't know either what I did. I just moved the thing. I said, see what looks good. Hell yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Everyone else is better. I'm supposed to be in bed, but no one's here to stop me. I'm here to stop you. Frost, go to bed now. As your resident streamer, I command it. As the one directly above you in the power hierarchy. I demand it. Okay, let's see if they're over there. I don't think so because I just did this. So, if it's 24 hours, it's not gonna have reset. Which it probably is. Don't overdo it, Frost. Gotta rest. Yeah, see, even Chad is telling you. If I'm not above you in authority, then chat definitely is. So if people tell you, then you have to listen. Okay, they're here. Wait, there's 2 of them in there, poggies. I see pink bottom left. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I have no idea. Start pinning things yourself and I consider it? Okay. You did not have to attack me like this. See, the thing is, I would, but in OBS, I have my chat open in OBS, and I don't have it open on any browser because that would take more processing energy. So I just look at everything in OBS. So, you know, and I can't pin something in OBS. I'm just doing this for the sake of the greater good because otherwise it would probably lag much more, you know? I'm doing this for you. So, if you're gonna criticize my disability, then stop. I'm being so nice to you. And you know, trying my best to have a great stream performance for you guys. And you're using it against me. Oh god, stop talking. That was very overwhelming. They all just suddenly started talking at the same time. Please don't do that. Are you addicted to this game? Hi, Sylvie. Yeah, I am. Sure as hell I am. Absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's a Final Fantasy XIV fashion report on crack. Plus open world. Plus little Momo over here. Who wouldn't love it? I love being gaslit. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I consider myself somewhat of a professional. You know, after how many years of streaming, you just learn. You just learn to gaslight professionally. It's the whole thing, right? It's not a joke. The whole gaslight girl boss gatekeep thing. However, whatever order you say that in correctly, I guess. But that's literally what Twitch teaches you. Twitch is professional. Yeah. It's like you're getting a crash course in how to do all of these things. I wouldn't be addicted to it. No, I don't believe it, Sylvia. I don't believe it. Okay, return to the shore. Thank you for your plentiful fish. Overfishing in Flora Wish. It's becoming a problem. Yippee! I hope they keep this leaf, but I don't think they will. I think this is just for the event. It's kind of cute though. I hope they keep it and they let you go to the island over there because I'm triggered that you can't. But it's on the map and it looks close enough. It looks close enough for me to be able to get there, but you can't. So I'm mad. Bling! Alright, it needs to be day. Momo's gonna be like, the sun's coming up! We've been going all night! Yeah? Come on, Momo. Say it. Say it, Momo, say it. Say it, Momo. Say it, Momo. No? Okay. Well, that's disappointing. An 11 kilogram? Wait, does that mean I got the achievement? Wait, if I got an... I got scammed. If I got an 11 kilogram fish, you should have given me the achievement. Catch fish over 11 kilogram. What? Is it rounding it up? Is it like 10 point something then? Because it says 11 kilograms. Oh, she only gives me 1,001. Okay, never mind. I got scammed. I gave her an 11. Oh wait, no, is this okay? Never mind. I get it now. It wasn't an 11 kilogram eel. It was probably all the eels that I had combined. The pink eels. You can probably exchange them so you don't clog up your inventory, maybe? Okay, let me actually check. Now I'm curious. Because otherwise you're gonna have them in your inventory. Yeah? It looks like it. Yeah, I think you can just exchange the rest of it. So you don't... Yeah, so you don't have it clogging up your inventory. Yeah. Okay. Alright, that makes more sense then. I was like, how do I have an 11 kilogram eel? Because they were like 3 to 4 kilogram or something, and suddenly getting an 11 kilogram one was like, wow, that thing is fat. That thing is like the size of 4 its mates. That's a bit scary. Is that a thick goth Gia? But no, it was just all of them thrown together inhumanely in a bucket, I guess. I should go for rainy orchids. Do I have enough now to get precise tracking? I think I do. I think I don't need them anymore. I need them for other stuff, but we don't talk about that. Wait, I should go for the fruits. Wait. I should do that early because I think I skipped doing that yesterday. I don't know. I'm addicted to 3 things: chocolate, caffeine, everything Final Fantasy. That's fair enough, to be honest. I used to have a lot of caffeine, but I don't think I can anymore. It's really weird. Now I get very shaky and anxious when I drink caffeine. So I don't have caffeine at all at the moment. I think the problem is also obviously if you don't drink a lot of caffeine and then you start suddenly drinking it, you're gonna be shaky and you're gonna be like, oh my god, Jesus Christ, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't need it, so it's fine. But then also, I don't know, I'm also not getting up at inhumane times, like 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. for my corporate job, so I think, you know, if I had to get up at those times, I think I would probably appreciate a bit of caffeine. But, yeah. It's probably better without it. I don't know. It's whatever, man. It's, you know. Okay, I think I need you guys as well. I don't know, I don't remember. Just gonna get these 2. You're groomed already. No! I wasn't even... Oh my god, these guys are so scared. They're scaredy cats. You're having chocolate for breakfast? Damn. That's living the life, honestly. I need to get away from chocolate again. Every time I eat a lot of sweets, like a lot of sugar, I can always tell pretty immediately, like very, very quickly, my stomach just gets bigger. Like, I think the fat, something about the fat you get from like processed sugar or whatever, that totally, for me, totally goes into my belly. So I can always tell when I'm eating too much sugar, and I've noticed that recently, so I need to stop again because Jesus. And yeah, but I'm like super addicted to chocolate as well. I love everything pastries, chocolate, everything that's like really rich, you know? I love that. And then even worse, recently, I felt sick from too much sugar and too much sweetness, and that just, like, I'm getting old. That's just what it is, right? I love chocolate. I love everything sweet, but now if I eat too much, I get sick. Like, what kind of scam is that? right? And whenever I used to, you know, hear a lot of adults say, oh no, you can eat that many sweets, I would get sick from that. And I would always be like, man, these weak adults, they can have a little bit of the tasty treat, you know? But now I get it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, so that's what it's like to be old? It's tragic, man, it's really tragic, but yeah, I will never give up my chocolate. Never, ever. I think now I've just become more of a dark chocolate enjoyer because it's just so good and it's not that sweet, so... You know, I can still eat that fine. I don't know, I really like dark chocolate. I think it's the richness of it as well, because if you make hot chocolate with dark chocolate as well, right, it's really nice, it's really good. There's just some depth to it instead of just being sweetness. And then white chocolate is usually, like, white chocolate has always been too sweet for me, which is weird because it's not bad. I can still eat it fine and I like it, but it's just very, very sweet in comparison, and I don't enjoy that as much. Yeah. Chocolate is good for you. I mean, yeah, but I think it's more about the whatever is in like the cocoa. So darker chocolate is usually better. If you have like milk chocolate or white chocolate, it becomes less beneficial for your health. That's what I think anyway. Is this it? No, this one. Yeah. I haven't had a monster in like 3 months. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why you're sick, yeah. Maybe try one. Like, try one at the moment, like right now, and maybe it'll make your, maybe it'll just expel everything that you have in your body right now very quickly and violently and rapidly. So maybe you're gonna have an awful time at first, but then it might cleanse you. You know? That's totally how it works. Just don't be sick and be awesome instead. True. Yeah, I can't do it on command though, I don't know. I like dark chocolate from time to time. I've never liked white chocolate. Is it because it's too sweet for you as well? Or is it just like because it has like a distinct taste or whatever? Because for me it's definitely, it's not the taste. I do like the taste, but it's literally just the sweetness of it. It's just too much. And then also I need to be careful. I think white chocolate has a lot more like milk in it. And obviously milk chocolate has a lot of milk in it already because it's milk chocolate. So I need to be careful because of my lactose intolerance. And then with dark chocolate, you know, don't really get that problem that much. But then again, I usually don't get problems from chocolate. I don't know, it's weird. But, I mean, you don't eat a lot of chocolate, so... Like, if I ate a whole bar of chocolate, I'm sure I would have some problems after that. But I only eat like a piece or something, right? And so then it's fine, and it's not a lot. And also, you know, if it's processed with something else, the lactose isn't as strong. So it's different. Did I groom you guys? No. Expelling everything is the one thing I don't need help with. Yeah, but you know, maybe it'll be a one and done kind of deal instead of a continuous stream, right? Yeah. Too sweet as well as it tastes. White chocolate has so little chocolate content in it that some places they're not allowed to call it chocolate at all. Wait, so what do they call it then if they're not allowed to call it white chocolate? That's interesting, no. White chocolate is not chocolate, it has no cocoa in it. White chocolate is just sweet fat. Oh, so they just call it sweet fat. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It certainly does taste like sweet fat. Now that I think about it, it makes sense that they would kind of call it that. Because, yeah. It does taste like it. And again, it's not bad in my opinion, but it's just not, you know, it doesn't hit the spot that you want to be hit when you eat chocolate, you know? Okay, can I get my fishing inside up enough, please? Pretty please? I don't think I can. 400! Okay, we need 1,000 more. Misery. I can get 100 today, but I don't really... I don't know. I don't feel like doing it, you know, manually, basically. It's made from cocoa bean fat. Oh. Alright. I'm learning. I'm learning, but... yeah, I don't know. It's whatever, really. I wouldn't buy white chocolate just for the sake of, you know, eating that. Okay, let's see what I can do today for fishing. Should probably get this one. I just want to no. Oh, this is so annoying. This stupid fish being all the way at the end of the world, man. I hate it. Anyway, I guess we're going on a little trip. You know, it's okay. It's fine. You know, I just want to have the new banner. When we had the last banner, I was like, okay, this is kind of... these skins are alright, or these outfits are alright. The froggy one and the dress. And I did end up getting the dress, right? And almost a full froggy outfit. I just miss every piece of the actual outfit. Like, I have all the accessories and stuff, but not the top, the bottom, and the... what else do I not have? I was missing something else. The shoes, I think? And a jacket, of course, yeah. So, something like that. But I have all the accessories. But I was like, still, it wasn't really a banner that I liked that much. It was cute, it had cute stuff, and the dress was really pretty, the pink dress. But I was like, I just want to see the next banner now. And then this current banner came around, and I was like, it's another floating outfit. I don't need another floating outfit because I have this one, right? The fairy one. And I'm super happy with that. I'm not changing that anytime soon. So I was like, oh, okay, another floating outfit. It doesn't look bad. It's really cute. But I would like the recolors. And also the 4-star, I'd like the recolors. And if I go for the recolor now, I'm going to be out of my currency. So no, I'm good. I'll have to wait. So now I'm basically forced to wait until the next one, which I already know I'm going to love because it's 2 4-star outfits, so it's going to be easy to get. And it's going to be a beautiful blue one with long hair, like blue long hair, which is really nice. So far, I think all the hairstyles that have kind of blue hair are short. It's gonna be having beautiful long blue hair. It's gonna be having a veil, which I really wanted since we had the last shop outfit that had the veil. I would have literally only gotten the outfit for the veil, but I ended up not buying it. But yeah, I was like, a veil would be so nice, and there it is, you know. So yeah, and then the other outfit that we're gonna get, the other 4-star banner, is going to be pink. And I mean, do I need to explain why that is great and I love that? I don't think so. I think that's pretty obvious. I mean, you know, we don't need to spell that out. But yeah, and also, like, from what I see, the hair on that outfit is also super, super pretty. I love the curls. What do they call it? There's like a specific name for those types of hair curls. If it's like too big curls, they have a name for that. It's an anime thing as well. The banner is a bit underwhelming. Yeah, I'll have to agree. I do really like the 4-star outfit. I just don't think the 5-star is hitting the spot. Especially again, because it's a it's a floating outfit. I still think it should have been a gliding outfit. Because it would have matched that so well, because the fact that there's a whole ass paper crane under your feet, that's a thing that you have with the gliding outfit. The gliding outfit has the flower, right? So you already have like a spectral kind of thing floating next to you that you hold on to. So it would have made so much sense to, you know, use the current one as a gliding outfit, because yeah. Also, a paper crane is supposed to, you know, to fly for a longer period of time. And so gliding kind of makes sense. It would have looked natural and fine too, but yeah, I don't know. It's a weird decision in my opinion, but I know a lot of people are still going for the outfit. And it's a pretty outfit, you know? Like, I'm more of a fan of the recolors than the standard color. But yeah, that's also the reason why I'm not going for it. I'm waiting to see what other outfits we're getting. And also, I'm very interested to see if one of the outfits in the new banner is maybe an ability outfit. I could imagine the one with the veil maybe being a violation outfit. Whatever you call that. You know what I mean. I could imagine that, for example. You know, obviously it's not... That's not an outfit you use a lot, but then again, it's like you have all these ability outfits that are just there for, you know, you have this one. And then you just do this with it. And that's just for cutesy, you know. That's just really cute. And I like it. But yeah, you know. That's not, you know, not an ability I'll be using much, but I still love the outfit, and I love that it has an ability, so I'm thinking maybe that's the case. I don't know if the pink one could maybe be a grooming outfit. I have no idea, but maybe it has a specific, like maybe it has its own ability again as well. I don't know, we're gonna see. Either way, even if it doesn't have an ability at all, then doesn't matter to me as long as it's pretty. I'm not gonna roll for the stats. I'm sorry, min-maxers, but I refuse to roll for stats. Unless it's like a cute outfit or pretty outfit and it has good stats, then I'll be like, yeah, you know. I'll be like, I'll go for that one more than maybe another one that I like, but yeah, I don't know. It has to be an outfit I really like from the get-go, right? Makes sense. It's a dress-up game, after all. My god. Can I do this? Thank you. Violation outfit? Ayo. Hi, Sarah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's an instrument. I know you wouldn't know. It's a bit high class. What the hell, Sake? Why are you so mean? You wanna run that one by me again, Sheev? I'm good. Not a violation outfit. Star. I'm always confused for a second when I hear the sound. I was so confused at first when you hear that sound. I was like, what is that sound? What's going on? And then I realized it's these in the sky. They make a sound when they're pink. I don't know why. I just get scared. My flabbers are being gasted whenever it happens. Gimme! Have I even gotten the fish that I'm going for? I'm going for the the toke fish, and I don't think I've even gotten it. No. I've gotten the other one. Anyway, it's fine. It doesn't matter as long as I'm getting some prog and as long as I can fill my insight. I'm fine. Hi, Grimori. Hello. I call you something different every stream. Isn't that funny? But welcome in. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Just getting some collection insight as well. The only thing I'm gonna be missing is going to be bug catching insight, I think, after this. I think. And you don't need that for the miracle outfit, so I'm gonna just move that to a later point. But I definitely wanna max out the skill trees, so I'm gonna have to do it eventually. Once I've gotten the first miracle outfit, I think I'm gonna probably use some stamina on insight.
Wow, what a haul!
Or maybe actually orbs again, just so I can get that second recolor. Like, I can already craft the second set. Because I know if I'm not gonna craft the second
I caught it!
miracle, like the second, you know, the duplicate of the miracle outfit, I'm going to use some materials for other sketches that I need for the miracle outfit. So I just want to get it done as soon as possible, so I can just not worry about that anymore. Yeah. Just got home from a graveyard shift. Excuse me. Is that what you say for like a night shift? No. Do you work at a graveyard? Is that what's happening, or is this like are you like using words as a metaphor for something and I don't understand it because I don't speak English. Glump sucking all the cuties in chat. Hey, rowdy. Be gentle with us, please. Think we need to be handled carefully like hamburger. Most of us anyway. I don't think Bolodenka needs to, but you know. I don't want to make any assumptions, so I don't speak for yourself, guys. What am I even doing? Alrighty, I should probably also get the little guys on the water here. These little guys! I always forget they exist, so I don't think I have a lot of them. Oh no, that's just what we call late night shift! Ah, see, I had a hunch. It would be cool if you worked at a graveyard, though. But that makes more sense, yeah. Yep. Oh, I could get these too. You little guys, huh? Alright. The best spot to level animal grooming insight is definitely Stoneville with the sheep. Can definitely recommend that. It's so easy. They're all grouped together and there's so many of them. Yippee! And then if you want to level your collection insight, probably Breezy Meadow is the best with the flora palms and stuff. That's usually a good spot, I think. Hello, little bees. Little bees. Oh, you're an agile? No. Nor. Hashtag Sake people cutie. Know you. The sun's coming up. Oh, by the way, I'm mirror level 50 now. I posted on Twitter. But yeah, I finally made it. Now I just need to get to 70 plus because that is where the titles start getting pink, and that is the real thing that I want. That is the actual thing that we're going for. Because hello. Some also have really cool titles, like the what it says is just really cool. I don't remember now, but some titles sound really cool. They sound very edgy. Alright, where is there still a fish here? Okay, well, I guess I'll go there. Adjadun, welcome back! So, you would totally work at a graveyard? Me too. So, I was actually considering at some point in my life to work as a Is it mortician? Do you call it mortician? In a mortuary? Is that what you call it? I was considering doing that for a chunk of my life. But then I was like, do I really want to do? And I don't know. I still would. I still think it's a pretty... It's a very, very interesting occupation. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's always needed, right? That's a thing where people are always going to die, unfortunately. But, you know, that was hi Asta, that was probably the most future-proof job that I've ever considered. But yeah, it's also, obviously, it comes with a mental strain and all of that. And I think it's, obviously, it's harder to deal with the remaining people in a family. And it's not, the problem, I don't think the problem would necessarily be, you know, the process of doing all the things that a mortician does.
Wow, what a haul.
But it's probably mostly the turmoil that comes with dealing with the family. So yeah. But hi Asta, hello. Thank you so much for the 14 months. How are you doing today, cutie? Huh? How's it going? I appreciate your resub. I appreciate it. It felt like yesterday when we just had 9 months on the counter. I remember that. And we got our baby, you know? It's, time flies fast, man. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate your subbies. Alrighty, we got this one. It's ultimate job security. If you can handle it, yeah. I have a little bit of insight into this. I dated a mortician for close to 5 years. Really? How was that? That's interesting. I'm always curious to know more about, like, what is, you know, you can look up what you do, like what's the objective things that you do, but in terms of how it works with the brain and everything, and you know, and I think also the details of it, because there's a lot to it that people don't realize, I think. So I don't know, all that's just so interesting to me. Like, having a business with people dying is crazy to me, right? Like, it's necessary, it's good that we have it, but you need to think about the fact that you need to do all these logistics for people and with people when they're grieving. And so, you know, like, there's so much to it. It's very interesting, yeah. Yeah. Everything here except for me is super duper cute. No, we don't do that. Exclusion. Nope. Refused. Overruled.
I got it.
Still tired from New Year's Eve? Aw, that's
NIKKI,
fair.
let's
Did you, were you with family? Oh yeah, you had a party? Oh god. Oh my god. That's fair then. I would totally understand that. I could never.
Wow.
I was
what a
so
haul.
exhausted. The day after we came home from family Christmas, and my god, I just had to stay in bed for a day. I was just so... And I was so surprised that I was so drained. I was like, am I getting sick? Am I getting sick? Am I like, is something wrong? No, I was just exhausted from the socializing, and I've never been that exhausted. It was really good, but yeah, it was a lot. And then I tried to get up, and I literally, my arms and my legs could not support me. It was, yeah. I don't know, I'm just weak, I guess. It's just a skill issue. It was interesting. I've heard some wild stories. Oh god. Do you like get involved? Or, I mean, you don't get involved, but do you get a lot of family drama from that? Like, do you hear about the family drama? And I mean, I could imagine that there's a lot going on, and I think as a person doing the logistics for some of that stuff, you probably hear some things, right? Of people just having weird very weird handling of things, or you know, I mean, it's all the emotions are everywhere for people. What's a party? I don't know. I've never, I mean, have I been to, I mean, I've been to like birthday parties in school, but I've never just been partying or just to a party where someone just announces it like, oh, it's just a party. We're just having a party for the sake of having a party.
What a hop.
Or any event that's not like a birthday. I've never been to a party. Because I just, like, for me, parties is alcohol and being a bit unhinged and whatever, and loud music and socializing, and I'm just like, "Nah, none of that is for me." None of that is my cup of tea, so I don't know. So yeah, I'm not really into that too much. No, we're literally missing one fish for this. I'm so triggered. Okay, can I get this one? Maybe we're gonna get another one randomly. I feel like this tracking for fish, it's actually better to have precise tracking because I feel like it just shows you the possibility where it could be if it's not precise tracking, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. It was really weird to hear about all the ways different people deal with grief. Oh yeah, I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be like my main problem, right? Usually the living make more problems than the dead. Right. I think that makes sense. That about sums up a party? Yeah. I don't know, it's just not for me. What's this? Invite Sake to an old-fashioned LAN party? I mean, that's honestly, I can deal with that. If we're just not gonna get on each other's nerves and just play a game while we're in a room together and we're like eating pizza and chilling and hanging out and, you know, I mean, yeah, that's cool. I just don't like all the loud stuff, and I mean, I can imagine people also getting drunk at LAN parties because I don't know, there's some unhinged gamers, okay? You can't, if you're gonna say like, oh, you know, all gamers are introverts and whatever, or that's not really the case. It's a bit naive to say that, unfortunately. But people are, they have facets and they have, you know, they have nuance, surprisingly. So I can imagine people also getting drunk at LAN parties. Totally. Like I can totally see, you know, some unhinged people there as well. But I feel like in the general sense, it would probably not be as bad because, oh, this is out on the, is this out on the water? On the sea? Ugh. Do I need to go with the, ugh, whatever. I'm just gonna go. It's fine. But yeah, I feel like it would be a little bit more tame. Wait, it's not even here! Get me out of here. Okay, I'm dying.
Let's stay in the shallow water.
NIKKI, let's stay in the shallow water. Sorry, Momo. I'll dry your fur and I'll pet you. Don't worry about it, Momo. We'll fix it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. I don't like big parties either. I have too much anxiety for that. Yeah, same. I mean, to me, I'm not, you know, I'm very chill in regards to like, I could enjoy myself, but my anxiety is mostly regarding other people that just do stupid shit. Right? I just don't want anything awkward and like uncomfortable to happen, and yeah, parties are like the best place for that, I feel like. But then again, so is the Limsa Aetherite Plaza, so you know what gives. But yeah, you know. Only way we'd get on each other's nerves is by taking too long in the bathroom when others need it. That's true. Someone has IBS. Oh god. You just gotta get like a toilet seat, you know? Please don't do that.
Mama, I caught it.
But, you know. Just for emergencies or so. I don't know. I also get secondhand cringe really bad. Yeah, and it's not even like the cringe. If people are, you know, if people are drunk and they just do stupid things, like they just say stupid things or whatever, it can be really funny. But then it's like, you know, as soon as it's, you know, people get very hands-on or people get, I don't know, they do stupid shit that's where they start hurting themselves or whatever. And then they don't realize that they're way too drunk to do anything, and then, you know, there's lots of stupid decisions being made. That's when my anxiety through the roof. No thanks. Like, I would rather not. You have IBS, I've also acid reflux and IBS. That sucks. Like, IBS is one of the most annoying things to deal with. And because it's like it's rather random, I think. It's so difficult to deal with it because, you know, you never really know what's gonna trigger it and when something's gonna go wrong. I think my mom also has IBS, I think, but so a problem with my mom is also that she knows she's lactose intolerant, but she still eats cheese and drinks milk and all of that. And then she complains when she gets like a stomach ache. And I'm just like, if you literally just cut out milk and lactose, I think you'd be better off. And also that stuff can make if you have IBS, if you have like a sensitive stomach anyway, you're like, that's just gonna make it worse. If you have lactose intolerance and you keep kind of poking it and triggering it a little bit, that's not gonna help you, because then, you know, obviously you're gonna have a reaction that is not normal for your digestive system. So then it's gonna get even more agitated, and then it's gonna make your IBS and other symptoms worse as well. And then it can get triggered, and you can get the same symptoms by other stuff. Like, obviously everybody is different, but that's what I've experienced, that's what I'm seeing in people, right? And yeah, it's just, you know, like, people underestimate how much really just cutting out that one thing, how much difference that can make, right? Yeah, so that's another thing. But I think my mom also has IBS, and it is tough, man. I thought I had IBS a while ago, but then I got tested, and then I cut out lactose, and I've not really had problems since. Sometimes I do, but it's like, you know, as a woman, you also have different problems. So, yeah, there's a lot to that as well. Where's this? Hello? Oh, there. Can you sit on this chair? Oh, you can. Wow. That's game of the year, honestly. But yeah, I thought I had IBS, and then I cut out lactose, and it got much better. Oh my god, what is happening outside? Jesus Christ. It is so windy, it is blowing off the snow off the... Okay, I had to... That was crazy to look at. It's blowing off the snow from the roofs, and it literally looked like a blizzard. Holy!
I caught it.
Okay, that looks insane. I should probably, maybe I should take a video. I don't want to take a video of the outside because some crazy people. That one guy that does Google Maps for a living. That guy's gonna find me. But yeah, it looks really cool. I've learned how to spot the sign, how to deal with it all. Like, my reflex is being a pain. I need to sit up straight and drink water. Yeah, okay. I mean, if you've had it for a while, then you'd know some triggers and you'd know some stuff. But figuring that stuff out as well, right, is a pain. Hi, Nemi. Are you fishing? You cutie. So cute. Alright. That was that. Is there no more of these? I mean, I think I have enough anyway, so. Yay! Okay. Lampfish next. Or not lampfish. Hairpin loach next. Yeah. Let's do that one. I'll do the other ones once I can get their essence because, I don't know, it feels like a waste. No snow here, just really freaking cold. Ah, that's sad. I think we currently have a... What the hell? Why is my grass being censored? Hello? Was it too juicy? Damn. Okay. I'll just go. I'm scared. But we currently have like I think -10 outside, which is a temperature I've never experienced, I think. But yeah, it's crazy. And then next week it's probably gonna be more snow. It's cool though. I like it. Hi, Naomi. How's it going, huh? How's your new year going? How we feeling? What kind of fish would Sake be? I would be a hammerhead shark? No. I'd be a cute one. Like, I don't know. I'm not an expert on fish. I mean, I'm being told that I'm an axolotl, so that doesn't count as a fish, right? Is an axolotl a fish? No, right? What's an axolotl? What type of animal is an axolotl? It's not a reptile. What is it? Amphibian? Is that it? Amphibian? I don't know. What's an axolotl? Sake would be the pufferfish eating the carrot. Honestly, yeah. I think pufferfish is cute. I approve of that. Woo! This place is really cool. Are they doing little dances? Cute. Oops. That's not the right ability. A friend of mine has 6 pet axolotls. Oh my god. They're a type of amphibic salamander. Ooh, so I was kind of on point. Alright. Alright. See, I'm not that stupid. I have my moments. Hi, Tankington. How are you doing today? What's this? What's this? Happy New Year to you as well. Wait, why did the light just turn on? Hello? Freaking Nikki turned the light bulb in her head on. Nice. Water Charmander. Yeah, and they're kind of weird, right? Because they don't seem like they fit into any of the categories. They're just like a hybrid. Oh god. I'm getting lampfish as well here, so that's good. I like that. What? What do you mean get closer to the water? I'm right here. My year's going okay. Gonna try to play games other than just Final Fantasy 14 this year. Hell yeah. I'm good. I'm gonna try to play some Final Fantasy 14 this year. But yeah, I'm good, just chilling. Just chilling with some Nikki. I'm gonna make Nikki a what's it called? Like a reoccurring stream. It's gonna keep being around. I've made a decision. I've made a decision, and I hope you guys are in for it. I mean, it's not everyone's type of game, obviously. I hope some people can see it like Genshin a little bit. I know it doesn't have, you know, Genshin has a lot of characters, a lot of story out and everything. It's already very well established, but I hope that some people are giving this a chance, and you know, they're able to see past it just being a dress-up game. Because I know that's not everybody's type of game, and I know a lot of people wouldn't maybe play it themselves, but yeah. I made that decision to, you know, keep playing this because I really like this game, and I can definitely see it being, you know, a main game. But then again, Final Fantasy 14 is still gonna be, you know, Final Fantasy 14 is my
Let's stop here.
Momo. Final Fantasy 14 is my main MMO, and then this one can be my main gacha, right? You know. So yeah. And then obviously we have all the other games in between. I consider myself, like, currently I'm definitely more of a variety streamer than anything, but I do want to focus on RPGs, like JRPGs and cozy games, so you're gonna see more of that. But yeah, that's the plan for now. I just hope people are along for the ride, because I know it's a little bit away from, you know, I at some point I was doing exclusively Final Fantasy 14 content, and yeah, at the moment I can't really do that. Yo, you should see the wind outside. It's crazy. Wait, I want to take a video of it. And now it's not doing it, of course. Okay, I tried to take a video. Sorry that I'm frozen. That's just, you know. I tried to take a video, and I was like, oh, it's doing it a little bit. That's good. My YouTube studio crashed. Nice. Okay, there we are. And it was doing it a little bit, and I was like, oh, nice. And then I clicked to end the video, and then it started the video because I forgot to click start. So, yeah, anyway, so that was a fail. Let's continue. What else can I do, huh? Is there any... Okay, these are with the essence. I don't want to do that yet because... Can I have this one? Yeah, so, that was great. Good job, Sake. Very well done. I'm a professional as always. I'm currently downloading Digimon Story to play. Ooh, I've never been a Digimon girly. I have, you know, I've seen a bit of it, but I've never been a... Okay, where is this? Is this up there? I've seen a little bit about it, but I've never been super familiar with Digimon. But I hope you like it. I've always been more of a Pokemon person. Like, I've played the games and watched the stuff, right? Here it is, right? Right? My goal this year is to try and get some much needed booba! Let's go! Can I say that? I'm considering if that's a... I mean, it's not, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I don't know, some people
Wow,
might think
what a hop.
it's weird. But I was thinking about getting one of those boob, like you can have like a harness and you can wear that because I want bigger boobies, like for cosplay mainly. And then it's like, okay, well, I don't really wanna go and just get bigger boobas just with an
Mom, we
operation
gotta
because
fix.
I'm very I'm not a fan of, you know, cosmetic operations. I feel like that's you're putting your body under unnecessary stress, just to look a certain way, which I've always thought and I still think is kind of, I don't know, not my cup of tea because I'm thinking what if something goes
What's
wrong, right? But there's like pillow or not pillows. There's like harnesses you can have that make your boobas bigger, and a lot of cosplayers use them. And I think that would be a great investment. So yeah, that might be a 2025 thing that I'm getting as well. So yeah, I think it's a great invention. Yeah. 14 feels like shit to me at the moment. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I won't say it feels like shit because it doesn't, but Dawn Trail did not hit. Like Dawn Trail was pretty disappointing in a lot of aspects, and I'm very forgiving with it because I know they're setting up a new story. I'm not gonna expect a new Shadowbringers Endwalker like my favorites, right? But I really I have to say it was pretty disappointing, and I'm just not interested in new content. And I'm not gonna say that, you know, oh, the content is bad, or oh, they only do something for the raiders and this isn't getting enough and whatever, because they're working on it, and that's just how it is between patches or between, you know, between big
what's
expansions. You're gonna have this downtime. And obviously, you know, we can all expect to get something that we like, and no matter if you're a casual player or a, you know, a raider or whatever. We can all wish and hope for something that we like, and they should provide something for everybody to a degree. But
what's this?
it's also the whole conversation is getting blown out so much out of proportion where people are, you know, they're like they have this whole them versus us mentality with the, oh, I'm not a raider, I'm a
Mom,
casual
what a
player, I'm
hop.
not getting any content and whatever, and the raiders are, and everyone's so toxic and whatever. I think that's a really dangerous mindset to have. And also, I don't want to bash the game just because we're in downtime and the expansion just isn't hitting. Obviously, it's gonna take 2 years for an expansion to come out. That's a long time, right? And we all want to play the game that we love, and if that game can't provide what we love, then obviously that's disappointing. So I'm also disappointed, but I don't know, there's so much hate going around as well that I'm just not a fan of. I don't subscribe to like that idea of like, oh, we need to, you know, we need to complain when we don't get the content because they're such a big company and they're giving something to this type of player. And it's like, what does that even mean, this type of player, right? Because there's so much nuance in what people do. Like, I'm a raider, yes, and I currently only play the game to raid, but I don't play the game because of the rating. I play the game because of all the customization of your character. I play the game because of glams, because of cosmetics, because of all the chill stuff, right? But at the same time, I don't really like Island Sanctuary because the content is just like it's very grindy, and I've just not enjoyed the exact way that they did it. I do like the Island Sanctuary and the housing that you get with it, but I don't like the farming for it and going around and getting materials. And so it's like there's so much nuance to every player in what content they like and dislike and what they play the game for and what they don't play the game for. So it's like saying this whole thing of like, oh, the raiders always get this content, and then the casual players are not getting anything. I, as a raider, currently mainly, right, I don't want to do the current raid, like the alliance raid, the chaotic one, because I can't be bothered. I just don't see, and I like the stuff you get from it. I love the hair. I love the some of the gear. Some of it looks goofy as hell. Um but I want some of the gear. I want the gear. I want the hair, you know, all the cosmetic stuff basically that you can get from it. And I really like that, but I still don't want to do the content because it just doesn't appeal to me that much, because it, you know, it seems very chaotic, obviously, because it's a chaotic raid, but yeah. It seems chaotic and like a lot to plan for and stuff, so yeah, I don't know. It's not for me, and I'm a raider, so like you can't just say, oh, the raiders are getting this, and you're making like savage content basically just for more people. I'm like, it's not the same though, right? And it's really just about everybody deciding if they like it or not for themselves. So yeah, I don't know. People get very worked up about it. It's a very heavy, controversial conversation, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I for myself, I have to say, the story in Dawntree was, it was a bit weird. It's just, I don't know. I had more hopes for Sveen as a character, and that was kind of what, for me, what the expansion was kind of riding on, because I think, you know, the whole family arc with Kona and all the others in our lovely new main character. I think it's fine. You know, it was fine. I did like Kona the most. I think because he's a cat boy. Okay, what can I say? Because he's a cat boy. That's it. Um, but yeah, no, I like the character, and I did like the whole arc around it. I did like that they were, you know, they were doing this sibling rivalry, and they were doing it in a satisfying way, in my opinion. But then it kind of took a bit of a 180, and then in the second half they just swapped the whole narrative. Well, they didn't swap the narrative, but suddenly everything got like a lot more, how to put it, like it got more serious, but it got like super serious pretty suddenly, because you suddenly had the super villain. and then it just didn't hit right, because you were meant to believe that it was like, it's been 100 years for that super villain, or however long, and then it's like, okay, we need to save the world again, and then then Sveen was a character that was not fleshed out enough, in my opinion, and Sveen was the character I was looking forward to the most. So having her be a disappointment was a major disappointment, because yeah, I would have just liked to see more of her, and like, you know, I would have just liked it to be better. So that was my reason for not really liking it. And there's a lot of reasons why people don't like it. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the first half, and I like what they set up in the second half, right? And I don't have a problem with Wuklamat, honestly. I think she's totally fine. I don't have a problem with her being a bit of a, you know, obviously she's kind of supposed to be the main person in the conflict, and you're the one supporting her, so it makes sense. But at the same time, they kind of dumped down the Warrior of Light. Like, they made the Warrior of Light act in a way where I just couldn't see myself acting that way, because we have all this experience and we're not using it. And then they make the science come in, and you'd be like, oh my god, we have the science here now. That's crazy. They have a lot of insight. They have a lot of experience with a lot of things. And then you don't really see that either. And it's like, we're this group of like super well-known, super established, super, you know, experienced adventurers. And we're just not doing anything with it. Like, that's just weird, right? Like, that just felt wrong in a way. Like, we knew so much and we just shut up constantly. And I think we could have fixed some stuff by just talking and being like, hey, Sveen, I've literally been to the end of the fucking universe. Shut up, girl. You're being stupid. We could have literally just said that, and that would have been well in character. That would have been, obviously, everyone plays their character differently, right? Everyone has their own OC. But it's like, even with my OC that I have in mind, with her not being super, like, she's not a very, like, dominant character, right? She's not a very, I don't know, like, it's, I don't want to get into it because it's, you know, complex, but it still, if you play a more passive character, like how you fit into the main story, how they make the Warrior of like Light look in all the story before, versus how they make the Warrior of Light look in Dawn Trail, is such a discrepancy that it's just uncanny. Even if, you know, main story for you might not be your actual character, because, you know, you can have an OC that you go through the main story with, and it cannot be canon for your OC. So sometimes it might be uncanny anyway for you to do main story, because that's not what your OC would do, or even experience at all, right? But it's like the way they make it fit into the main story and the way the main story happens is just way different, in my opinion, from what they did before. With all the experience and all the shit that that person has gone through as the Warrior of Light, is like, we would have a different reaction. I'm sorry, but we would not just let shit happen that's happening in the game the way it is, in my opinion, okay? So yeah, that was all just very, I don't know, I felt very disconnected from the second part of the story. Yeah, I don't know. That's, you know, that's my take on it. But yeah. I like what they set up in the new story, like, that's coming out, that's gonna come out now, I guess. I haven't done the newest patch quest, so no spoilers for that, please, because I haven't done the most recent patches, like 7.1. I haven't done the main story for that. But yeah, whatever they already set up in the main story after 7.0, like in the end, that I think is very promising. I'm very interested in that. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to that. And, you know, while that is not happening, there's not really much for me to do, because I'm just, I don't know. I've been burned out for a bit. Well, I haven't been burned out, but I've been playing for longer than I should have, knowing that I'm just playing for the sake of some things, instead of for the fun of playing, right? So it's been a bit frustrating, and so now I'm just taking a break from it. But it's coming back, so I know I'm not burned out. I mean, maybe I was a little bit burned out, but it's definitely getting better, and I can definitely feel the want to play 14 coming on again. But I'm gonna give it more time, because I'm gonna log into Raid anyway, and then I can see how I feel. So yeah, but I just want to give it a bit more time, because if I do it, like if I'm too I don't know, brazen, is that the word? If I'm too quick about it, then I feel like I would possibly actually burn myself out, because I'm forcing it a bit, where I should just give it more time. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait and just see and just let it happen naturally. Yeah. That's how I'm with 14 currently. And yeah. Obviously for streaming it's a bit bad, because, you know, people are here for 14 as well. So I get that people don't want to watch other streams, which is totally fine. But yeah, it's I just feel sorry for people who want to see 14 and I'm not giving them 14, right? It's like, it's in my bio and everything. Oh my god, you know, where's the 14? But yeah, obviously no one is forced to watch, and no one is forced to sub, so that's another thing, right? We're just here to chill. That's the other side of it. I'm just here to chill, and if you're here for it, then you're here for it, and if not, then not. And that's super, super chill. Just no one has to do anything they don't want, right? Yeah. Alright, let's see. Sorry, I was ranting so much. I'm gonna go back on the messages now. In about 2 weeks, a pretty pot game is coming out. Oh, only Digimon game I played this. Wait, what game is coming out? And Flames Shadow, welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Nikki's doing a little dance for you, because you followed. That dance was for you. But yeah, welcome in. Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. Think of trying Marvel Rivals, and I can finally be away from my PC for a long time. Marvel Rivals seems like a good game. It seems like Overwatch was in 2016 when it came out, right? But I'm not really interested in it as much, because I don't know. Overwatch was a good time. I would love to have an experience like 2016 Overwatch again, but I don't know. Right now for me it's not the right time. I have many other games I want to play that are mostly single player or cozy games, so yeah. But I mean, you should definitely give it a try. I think it's a pretty good game. A lot of people have given a lot of praise, at least from what I've heard. So, yeah. Ba -bum -ba. Digimon Survivors. People live or die depending on your choices. Wait, what? It's a strategy game like Fire Emblem? Wait, what? It's that elaborate? I thought it was just like a chill kids game like Pokemon, but damn. A friend of mine did do that. She said I'm curious what I would look like with bigger tits and just did it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I keep seeing big anime women and like big boobed anime women, and I'm like, man, I just want the softness, you know. Like a corset? Yeah, it's like a corset. Yeah. I think it's an amazing invention. Whoever had the idea, perfect. Yawn Trail was absolute shit. Damn. You shouldn't expect a new Shadowbringer, so expecting it at least to be entertained is fine. Yeah, I wasn't at all. Yeah, that's fair. Dante was fine, but it didn't have anything stand out for me. Yeah. I think it was fine too, but yeah, it definitely didn't have anything to stand out, and it was just inconsistent at times. And again, Sween was just a disappointment for me. I would have loved her to be a better character. I don't want to say better villain because yeah, I don't know. But whatever she was, I mean she kind of was, but you know, whatever she was, I wish she could have been better. But yeah. My favorite part of the entire content argument was people bitching about a game being too easy in past expansions, and now they're bitching about the content being too hard. I mean, you have people bitching it's too easy, you have people bitching it's too hard. There's all types of people. I don't listen to it. I don't entertain it anymore. I used to like talk about it. I don't think I have the energy, at least not at the moment, to like talk about all that, because all I can think is just, if you think it's too hard for you, that's fair. If you don't want to do Savage or Ultimates, that's fair. If you think it's too easy for you, that's fair. If you need harder content, fair. Sorry, the game can't give you what you want, but you know, it is what it is. Like, that's just how I can say it, because there is hard content, there is harder content, objectively hard content in the game, and there's objectively easy content in the game. And I think they have a really good range, and if people are now, you know, upset about it, I think they're not the majority. The game is working for a reason. The game has a really big player base for a reason. I think a lot of people are fine with the difficulty of the game, no matter if it's, you know, easy or hard difficulty. So I think these people are outliers, and I don't want to, you know, all I'm saying is skill issue, basically, in nicer words, I know. But that's really what it comes down to. Like, I respect people who say it's too easy or it's too hard. They have their own, you know, they have their own experience and they have their own perception of it, and that's totally fair. That's just what it is, right? Some people are just really good at games, and they can solve really complex problems really easily. But again, those are outliers, just as the people saying, oh, it's way too hard. I think those people are also outliers, and they're a loud minority sometimes. You sometimes see those posts on the forum and you think that it's a big deal, but I don't really think it is, so yeah. That's all I can say about that. And again, I think everything is fair. Every human has their own personal perception, you know? But yeah, the game works for a reason, okay? We have a big player base for a reason, so yep. They nerf Viper. Also, Bon Emily, welcome and thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Let me just hydrate because I'm yapping a lot. But welcome in. Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. So much yapping today, man. And I'm not even running around while doing my stuff, man. What is this? I need to be more productive. I need to max out all my insight. Come on. Come on, we have stuff to do, Nikki. Let's go. Momo, pick up everything. They nerfed Viper by removing the poison debuff entirely because it's too hard to remember to press a button to maintain a buff. I've not played Viper. Not before, like, not right at release, and not after any changes. So I have no idea what goes on with that class. Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to I don't know, you're gonna have to elaborate. Or no, I believe you that, you know, they're taking away complexity of some stuff and like additional buttons. I mean, I've been doing that, but I don't really mind that too much. I think at some point we're gonna have to take you know, take away some complexity of every class anyway, because you're gonna have too many buttons at some point. Next expansion, if we get, you know, another 2 buttons or whatever for every class, you're gonna have to start shuffling them onto each other, like the 1, 2, 3 or whatever, or you're gonna have to simplify and change classes. In a way, like, you're just gonna have to do that. I've never been a fan of the argument that, you know, simplifying classes is bad. No, he died. Oh, never mind. He's fine, actually. Can I pet you? Nice. Okay. Stonks. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of this, like, oh, we can't, like, stop simplifying classes. It's like, it's not good. I want my complexity, because they're gonna be adding complexity again, and I don't think we have a problem with that currently. But then again, I'm also not a DPS main, so what do I know, right? I just press 1 and I heal people, so I don't know how much my opinion is worth in terms of, you know, combos and stacking abilities and whatever, because I don't do most of that. So take my opinion with a grain of salt, but yeah. You know, I don't think we have a problem with that. But I don't know. Maybe we do. Who knows, right? I was expecting for the Scions to actually fight each other in the story. I was solely disappointed. Honestly, I can totally see that being a disappointment, because yeah, they kind of set it up in the trailer to be that. Like, honestly, I can totally see that. Thinking back of the trailer for Dawn Trail, it really seemed like we were all going over to the contest. Like, we were all making groups with different candidates, and we were going to actually, you know, have a tournament and whatever, which could have been really cool, but yeah, that's not what happened. So yeah, I see that, because they did really suggest that with the trailers, and yeah, it was a bit weird that the only thing where you kind of went against each, I mean, you had a cooking contest and whatever, which who cares, right? But the only thing that I can really remember where we worked against each other was in that one dungeon that you do when you, like, raise for something, and then Thancred and Oriyashi get in your way and they, like, make a thing collapse, so you can't get through that one part and you have to find an alternate way, so you go, like, to the left. That is the only thing I remember where it's like, wow, Thancred and Oriyashi were actually mean for once, right? And they actually sabotaged us. But, like, you know, you could literally just go to the side and find another way, so whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I want to play 14, but the only thing to do is level out jobs to 100. I can't spam dungeons anymore. Yeah, I still need to level my classes as well, and I can't be bothered. I'd like to discuss that Dad asked us to be a guiding hand and advise Wuklaman, and then we just never did that. Exactly, yeah. That's the biggest problem I have, because again, you know, you have all this experience and you're supposed to be helping her because you know so much shit about the world and the entire universe, right? And all the other worlds, and it's like, you know, all these things and you can advise her in basically everything. I mean, we had the whole Stormblood arc with Lise, so we would also know something about, you know, like rulership and how to be a good leader for the people and what the people need, and, you know, analyzing that and figuring out kind of, you know, what you need to do and you know, what's important to look out for. So we have a perfect setup in literally every regard, but we just never make a use of it, and it's just, that's not what the Warrior of Light would do. Like, we would not just let her run into any problem just head on and, you know, Oonga Boonga axe her way through. As funny as that is, right? It's like, we could help so much and a lot of things could be avoided, but I don't know. It was weird. Who else here is looking forward to Tales of Grace's remaster on January 17th? See, I didn't even know that was happening. If Tales of Abyss gets a remaster, I'm definitely going to play that. I haven't played Tales of Graces, so I don't know about that game, but Tales of the Abyss was one of my like first games, and it was my first Tales of game, and I hold that game very dearly in my heart. So yeah. If they get that, if they do that, a remaster of Abyss, then hell yeah, count me in. But I have like Atelier to play, and there's some other games I want to play, so that's I'm unfortunately not the target audience for that particular one. I'm sorry, Link. There were several times in the story where we should have at least spoken up to give her advice or input or our perspective, but we just never said a damn thing. Like, yeah, guess we're not going to respect her dad's wishes. Thanks, Yoshi-P. Yeah, it was definitely weird. Entire final zone was 100% filled. Oh yeah, the last zone. Yeah, totally. I agree. Not even exaggerating. It was a complete waste of time. I mean, you did have some moments with the characters which I liked, but a lot of that also fell short. I really didn't like what they did with Cryle. Link, thank you.
All old Tales games are getting a remaster. They're starting with Graces, but they want to bring them all back to modern console. They already confirmed this.
The echo is crazy, man. The echo is absolutely insane. How do I not have that? I think I need to remove an audio song. Thank you for the donation though, Link. I appreciate that. And that's good to know then. I will definitely be playing Abyss. Absolutely. How do I change... What's the issue with the... Do I turn this off? I don't know what is causing the double... I think I know what it is, but I can't fix that right now. But anyway, thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will definitely play Abyss because, yeah, I don't know, that's just chef's kiss. I love that game. And it was a bit yaoi coded. A little bit, a tiny bit, okay? Don't come for me. It was a bit yaoi coded, okay? Good old Jaja would still be alive because I would have intervened and killed Zaroja. Yeah. Yeah, basically. I don't know, that whole fight section was really weird anyway. Like, we were just all standing there. I don't know. It was weird. I don't care about the honor. Like, I don't care about his honor of like, no, he needs to fight. They literally said he needs to fight him alone because his honor or whatever. And I'm just like, bruh, fuck that, dude. Like, bro is clearly on crack. You're not gonna win that. I don't care about you. Like, he's cheating. He's on drugs. He's pumped up. He had a Red Bull before he did this. And you're telling me something about honor? That's not... we're not doing that, clearly. Right? You basically a manga character, strongest person in the world, and saved it. What do we do now? Let's become a teacher and no one knows who I really am. Right. Dawn Trail was the first time I actually skipped story cutscenes. Wow. In 10 years was the first expansion where I felt the need to skip cutscenes. That's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty bad then. Yeah. To get to the absolute dumpster fire of a story faster. No, I mean, yeah, that's like for you personally, that's pretty crazy then, right? Like whenever I hear that, it's like, oh, this story, I've been playing this game for this long and this story was the first time I actually heard that. Every time I hear something like that, it's just, wow, okay, you know, that's really unfortunate. But I totally understand that, right? Raid is gonna kill that you want to play it. I don't know, maybe. It's different. To me, playing, like, is different from raiding. Like, doing casual shit and raiding is very different. That's like two different games that I'm playing. Does that make sense? I don't know. Mentally, it's a very different headspace that I'm in. Yeah. As long as you don't have FOMO, you're fine. Oh no, with 14, absolutely not. I found you playing NIKKI, so I'm okay. Well, hi, donkeys. I totally feel the same way about 14. Yeah, I mean, it's funny when people come in here and they just see me playing NIKKI and they're like, oh, that's cool, you play NIKKI, that's so nice. And then I'm like, oh, I play 14 too, and then also these other games and whatever, and, you know. I think there's a lot of overlap with 14 players and casual, like, farming game players or dress up or whatever, because, you know, there's a lot of women playing 14 as well, so I think that's just, it's very common for people that play this type of game, and, like, of course, Genshin and stuff like that. There's a lot of overlap, I think, in the communities, so it's not, you know, it's not super surprising, I guess, but it's always funny when people are like, oh my god, you play 14 too, and then I also go to other streamers' chats and I'm like, oh, you know, you play 14 too, when they're playing NIKKI or something, and you learn to play 14, and you're like, oh, hell yeah, another, you know, another gamer in the critically acclaimed MMORPG 14. Yeah, it's funny, but it happens a lot. Yeah, I think we just have a sniffer for each other, so even when we're playing other games, we can tell. Happy New Year, Flames! Happy New Year! And thank you. Update you don't have to think about when we are done, it will be much later. Oh, okay. Thanks, Star. Did something horrible happen, or? I suffer from FOMO in games I play. I do too, but yeah, I don't know. 14 is not the same, really. It's, for me, it's a very lenient game. I get FOMO in games like this, right? Like NIKKI. Those games give me FOMO because, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, obviously you have all the gacha and whatever, but it's also the exploration and stuff that I just want to be ahead on and on top of. In Genshin, for example, I quit Genshin. A big reason for that was because I just felt like I was constantly just catching up with everyone. I had to do the side quests, and I had to do, you know, all the exploration and everything, and in like, what, 5 areas, and I had to do the main story, and I had to, you know, get the units to get a good team and all that stuff, and I just constantly felt like I was just catching up. And I really didn't like that. And a big reason why I can play this game comfortably is because I feel caught up. And I started to play this day one. And that really, really helps me want to play it more, because I don't feel like I need to do all this stuff to even be, you know, where everyone else on the player base is. I have a big problem with that in many gacha games. So, you know, a lot of other games, like for example, Infold also did, which Infold is the company that does this game, like the publisher of this. Their paper games are Infold, and they also have Love and Deep Space, right? And that game I started, I think they have an anniversary now, so they have been out for a year, I guess, at this point. And I just started playing again, and I played it, I think, when it came out, basically. And then I quit pretty quickly, but then now it's like, now I start again and I feel like, oh, I'm just catching up, and I'm just, you know, everyone else is ahead of me, and that makes me not want to play the game. I still do play it a bit, but I take it way more casually, and I try not to get FOMO. It's also a mindset thing. You kind of need to, you know, stop thinking in terms of, oh, I need to catch up to everybody else, and I need to be, you know, I need to be where everybody else is and whatever. But you know, it's hard to do that. Obviously, you can't just disregard that, because you always have people coming in and they're always like, oh, you know, are you pulling on a new gacha, or have you done this yet, and have you done the newest story? And then obviously you constantly get confronted with that, which is very normal. But yeah. Hi Gally, hello. Sorry, I'm very behind on chat. I apologize. Imagine if Overwatch was good, that's Marvel Rivals. Yeah, I know. I've heard people say that. I did daily frontlines on alt and get rank 25. Oh, I should do that. Do they currently have a mount or an outfit as the PvP reward? Because if it's a glam, I definitely need to do it. If it's a mount, then, well, I guess I'm doing it. The loose fit glam, I think it's a chill one, right? Yeah, I definitely need to do it then. Not interested in Infinity Nikki, but I'm interested in a Sake stream. Well, I appreciate that. The Digimon Survivor game I saw Ayanya played and thought this looks dark yet cool. I get it. Oh man, I wish I could still watch her, but she's always live when I'm like not on Twitch. It's usually in the night, like really early in the morning. Or not early, it's late in the morning. Technically, it's like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. or something. So yeah. Sadly, she changed her times and I haven't really been able to watch ever since. Corsets are absolutely sexy as fuck. Yeah, I agree. Categories are pretty fresh. I'm waiting for Cosmic Exploration. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do with that. Definitely. And Walker's gameplay was too small. I guess. I think Shadowbringers was probably the strongest expansion they've had, in my opinion at least. But in terms of content, there was a lot. And a lot that people were really happy with, so yeah. There's always people complaining about the difficulty being too easy or too hard. Yeah, the easy people don't even play harder endgame content a lot of times. Yeah, and I mean, again, I respect all of those opinions, but it's just you need to look at the grand scheme of things. And if you're someone that says it's too hard, for example, then like normal like dungeons now are too hard, right? People that are complaining about the game being too hard, that's usually people that are saying, okay, the dungeons are now too difficult or things like that. And you need to look at that and really look at it in the big picture, because most people wouldn't say that dungeons are too hard. And obviously they make the game for the majorities and then some additional stuff, right? But obviously, if the majority of the player base is fine with whatever, and obviously the majority of the player base that is content doesn't complain, so you don't really see those numbers, you don't really see those complaints, or you don't really see the praise. So you just have to go off of player numbers and what content is actually being done repetitively, right? So, you know, there's a misconception, I think, on the internet a lot, because you see complaints a lot. You see the negative reviews, because people feel more inclined to write a negative review than they do to write a positive one, right? So whenever I see those negative voices, I'm like, yeah, but I still think it's a minority, right? So you just have to keep that in mind. And it's still valid, right? I'm not saying it's invalid. I'm just saying, in the logic of a company, in the logic of, you know, game development and the greater good, so to say, it makes sense that if it's working, why change it, right? Just because some people are like, oh, I don't like the difficulty of this, right? Yeah. People crying about Pico being broken only look at Ultimates as well, where it shine Picto at Pico. At Picto being broken only with Ultimates as well, where it shines now. Yeah, whenever it has the same item level and then do continuous fights, Picto's like 5th in the DPS ranking. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really look at those things. I know that Picto is very broken, but I'm not really about all the damage meters and everything. I just play class if I like it. Thankfully, I do like Picto, so if I was forced to play a caster and they want me to play Picto, I would be able to, but you know, yeah, I don't know. I still think every class is viable. I know that's an ideal world thing. I know that some classes are just much better than others. In specific ultimates, you know, I know there's tendencies. I'm aware of that. It's utopic to say, no, that's not a thing. But still, everything is viable, and you can still clear content with every class. And like every matchup. But obviously, I mean, it's the same thing for tanks though. Some tanks, with their invulnerability and like their cooldowns, are more compatible than others. That's just how it is, and you could argue that that makes some tanks better than others, sure. But the thing is, like, is it really that big of a problem? Like, you can do all the content with all matchups of all tanks, and you can still do it. Like, there is no matchup where it's literally impossible to clear content because of those specifications, right? And it's the same with damage numbers. There's no content that's impossible with a specific matchup. It's just player skill and obviously also crits and stuff like that, right? So yeah, I don't know. I feel like people are way too dramatic about it a lot of the time. Yeah. Viper was basically like Warrior, did one combo to get the buff, keep track of it, you did the other combo continuously till you need to refresh that buff. Oh. Right. So it's like Monk, but I think they changed Monk as well. But I think Monk still has their debuffs and buffs. I think they even made it more complicated. Like in my head they made it more complicated, but just because I don't know what the rotation is now. Thing for Final Fantasy 14 is I think this is going to happen. Looking at Viper and Picto, make the combos consolidated. It's not hard pressing 1 to 3, but takes away 2 buttons and use other binds on it. So to turn to 1 on then 2 3, or the OGCD buttons. Yeah, I mean if you don't like that, if you know if your preference is like if your standard combo, if you want your standard combo to be 1 2 3 instead of 1 1 1, I get that, but I don't know. I don't think it is much difference, but that is my personal opinion. I know that a lot of people have troubles, and I would never say that it's the same to press 1 1 1 and the same to press 1 2 3. Because the amount of times, like when I play tank, I mess up my 1 2 3. When I'm a healer, I obviously don't mess up my 1 1 1 because you just press one button and you just spam it. But if you press 1 2 3 while you're moving and doing mechanics, you can mess that up. And it's harder to do 1 2 3 than it is 1 1 1, right? So, like, I would never say it's the same. I just don't think it's that significant of a change, and I wouldn't mind them collapsing it, but I also don't mind if we have 1 2 3. I'm kind of whatever about it. There's arguments for both, right? I was hoping the science would die. I wasn't, but fair enough. The tournament is the Savage Raid. You mean the arcade? What did it? The Arcadion. The Arcadion. You mean? That's Savage. Kryle can go. No, I like Kryle. They're never going to kill the science? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. We need new characters in the game, but yeah, they will never. No, I don't think they will. They didn't have Born, they should have kept that route. Killing it off 1 to 2 science for X. I think it's less about the science. I think it's more about characters that you actually give a shit about. It doesn't even need to be. I mean, Hoshafal wasn't a Scion, technically, right? But we still gave a lot of shits about him, and we still do. And they still like to remind us every single expansion that he died. Every expansion, they're like, do you remember, by the way, that guy? And then they give you like a little dialogue option that reminds you of him and whatever. And it's just like, ah, you fuckers. You know, it's like that. But yeah, it's, I don't know. They don't need to kill off the science to me. I think it's fine if they keep them around. I mean, yeah, they could technically, because how much sense does it make if we're always in these super dangerous situations and no one ever actually dies? But at the same time, it's like they just need to kill off characters that we care about, right? I think that's kind of, oh god, I think that's kind of the deal is that we just don't care a lot about a lot of the characters, like. People that kill off now in the story, it feels like we're just like, oh well, you know, that sucks, but oh well, you know, but you don't have the same bond that you used to have with some of these characters. I don't know. When Brita was in the game for a small quest and did more than Minfilia, did a lot of around Minfilia did was stand behind a desk and get kidnapped. Yeah, that's true. Cry was weird. Casually, oh, by the way, your parents are here. And a really awkward scene. Yeah, I hated that. And then also what they did with Graha in that scene. I don't even want to talk about it. It was so awkward and weird and stupid, and I hated it. Yeah. Yeah. Grace has announced and Zelia's already leaked. Ooh, it seems to your website accidentally posted it under a version of an online store. Oh no, you could pre-order Zelia. Oh no. Uh-oh. I can understand the whole honor card before he pulled the Game Shark card out of his ass, but when he revived, we should have been like, wait, hold on, he's cheating! Yeah, exactly! Yeah. That was my thought as well. It's like, why are we still standing here? He's clearly overpowered. I've returned now, the dishes are done. Congrats, Sylvie! Congrats! Yippee! That's true. A lot of women play 14, but like most women I see play 14 like a sussy have like a sussy glam. I mean, yeah, but so do the men. I mean, see, the thing is, there's a lot of cat girls, but they're not all women, and they all have sussy glams. So, you know. Off to the construction retailer to get the materials we're missing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh jeebus. For me, it's just playing dress up with my big woman. It does fun. I'm perfectly happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I've always played 14 a lot because of the customization and the glams and everything. Yeah. I don't suffer from FOMO. I suffer from IDGAF. Absolute garbage game from the absolute garbage team. You mean Genshin? Well, I don't think it's I don't think it's garbage, but I think they're making some decisions. I'm just not agreeing with those, and I like ZZZ, I like HSR. I like those more. I think Genshin is a bit outdated in a way, and I don't know even why. It just feels that way. I don't know. And it's getting really weird now with all the character, like the character visuals, what they're doing with the characters in the story. I've heard that people have complained about Natlan being a bit weird, Capitano being weird. That stuff is like, they said that it was disappointing. And I feel like they, from what I've heard, I haven't done the story, but from what I've heard, they made the story pretty PG friendly. Like, they didn't make it very mature, so they just made it all like happy place and whatever, instead of actually going for the darker side of it. Because they said like a lot of people were dying in Natlan, and it turns out that's not actually the case or whatever. That's all just what I heard, okay? I have no idea myself. I haven't played it, so I don't know. But if we're to believe those people saying that, you know, Natlan is not as serious as they, you know, previously advertised it, that's a disappointment because it's just too rainbows and sunshine and too PG, then, you know, I can totally see that, because I like Genshin the most when it's serious and when there's like traumatizing stuff happening. But I think they don't want to do that, maybe because they know their player base is also younger. So from a company perspective, I get it. From my personal perspective, I think it's disappointing. Yeah. Crybaby Christy, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope everything's well. I am yapping about a game that is not related to NIKKI. So sorry about that, but yeah, welcome in. I hope everything's good. Let me just see. Do I need to get anything? I'm gonna have to check the outfit actually and see if I need duplicates of something for the second one. Let me just catch up on chat first. Let's do that. 9 out of 10 cool, cute glams I see are made by guys, and the glams I see in female streamers are usually just CB thighs with a bikini or something. Aww. I mean, I like to think I do everything, but I'm guilty of doing the 2B ties with a bikini. I have a glam like that, yeah, absolutely. For me in Genshin, is doing domains for whatever that number is. Time is to not rolling good stats on artifact. Yeah, that's something I've never liked in Genshin. I'm so happy that we don't have that here. The Eurekas you get are technically your relics in this game, and they always have the same stats. Even if they have different colors on max level, that's the only thing that changes, their colors. And that's just for, you know, because it's a dress-up game and the focus in the end is about the dress-up. And I really, really like that they did that and they don't force us to like grind for the right stats. That is so nice and I hope they keep that, because if I have to grind, if I have to do a relic grind like I have to do in Genshin or in HSR, whatever, here, I think that would take a lot of fun out of it for me, honestly. I stopped playing Genshin because of the whitewashing and thinly veiled colorism and racism. I've never, this might be a little controversial, but I've never been really concerned about that. I've seen a lot of people like commenting on this and saying this. I've seen a lot of people compare it to other games. Like, I think Sumeru got a lot of criticism for it. And I can see where they're coming from, but to me, Genshin was never a game that was like meant to portray, at least in terms of aesthetic. I'm not speaking about skin color here because I can definitely see problems there, absolutely. But in terms of the character designs, like the visuals of the outfits, I've never felt like it was a problem, because to me, all these places are fictional. And yeah, sure, they're inspired by, you know, certain like certain areas that are certain countries that are, you know, that exist in real life. But to me, it's always been so heavily stylized that I've never felt like it even tried or it should be you know, accurately in what's the word, imitating a real culture and like real cultural attire. I don't feel offended by that. I don't think there's a problem there, because I just never saw it that way. I never saw it as, oh, you need to accurately portray these like these characters in like an attire that they would have in a country that this fictional place is inspired by, right? I've always just seen it as fantasy, and I know Nahida got a lot of heat because she is supposed to represent something and she doesn't look like that at all. Like, I've seen that, and I just don't, I don't know, I don't see that way. I very much make a distinction between the fantasy of Genshin Impact and their outfits just being widely out there. They're just out there, right? They don't look any style. Like, Nahida's outfit doesn't look like anything to me. It doesn't look very European. It doesn't look very like more in like the Asian type of style. It doesn't, and I know there's like, I'm just like overly simplifying this, but you know, it doesn't look a specific way at all. It just looks like fantasy attire to me. And that's what I've always seen like all the characters as. And I don't know, if you see the newest characters, it's like, yeah, you can see Sumeru has a lot of, you know, very specified, like that is very very themed. Like, you can see that, you know, they have like yukatas or kimonos and stuff like that. So I can see it there. I would see a criticism there more if they were like, oh, they're not like accurately portraying it. There is some things, like there is very specific ways of wearing a kimono, obviously. Like the way you do your collar area, the way you fold it. That can signify specific things, and that's very ingrained in the culture. So if the criticism is about that, I see that. But for a lot of the outfits and characters, like the newest, I think it's the Archon, the newest Archon is literally wearing just like a latex suit kind of thing, right? And I'm like, what does that's not cultural attire. That's like fetish attire that she has, right? It's like, that doesn't fit in anywhere either, really. That's just, I don't know, that just doesn't look like anything to me. That's like biker attire, right? It's like, I don't know what you want to see it as, but to me that's not a culture thing at all. And so to me, at least in terms of the outfits, that's not really a problem. I see a problem more with skin color, yes. But yeah, that's just like my take on it. And I think a lot of people, they get very, very upset about this, and like about the way the characters, like their design is made, and I think I have a problem with that, because I think that's just A lot of that is a bit of ill will, just for the sake of it, and it doesn't really hold up in my opinion, because again, it's just a fantasy world and fantasy aesthetic to me for most of the parts. So yeah, I don't know. It's not really trying to replicate anything in my opinion. If they try to replicate a style, like again in Inazuma, then I would see if people pointed out, oh, this is like wrong. You're not supposed to have like, you're not supposed to wear it like this or whatever, and someone is wearing it like this, and that's kind of weird. I can see where that's coming from, but still, I'm less concerned again about the attire part of it, at least. Yeah. A couple of years ago, a few months. Also, Lord Caldor Drago. Caldor Drago, yes. 40k, welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you. And Moonlight Train as well. Hello, welcome in. Hi, you said hi in chat. I'm very sorry. I'm a bit behind on chat. Please forgive me. I tried to catch up and then it didn't work. Let me see. A few months yesterday, her 4-letter screen was cracked. Said every pretty girl's screen is cracked. My screen is cracked. I know, no, my screen actually isn't cracked. I have a protective film over it, but that is cracked. So I don't know. Does that count, or is that? Am I being? Is that superficial? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I did a sort of protective case I had for it. Yeah. I currently have 5 courses. Should I get more? Always, always, always. It depends on who with the negative reviews. If they're only negative stuff, then I would just skip. Yeah, obviously. If the negative reviews have very valid points, yeah, obviously. It depends totally. I don't think I should fix the issue with Summoner and the Machinist. Machinist should do more damage than it does now, and Summoner summons apparently don't scale with gear. Oh, yes, wait.
That counts.
Yes, that counts. Yes, that counts. It double counts. Yippee! Thank you, Link, again. Thank you for another 420. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you that counts. You know what's even worse? I have these, whenever my screen cracked, it lifted the film a little bit, and now I have like 2 air bubbles on the left and the right of the crack, and they're really distracting, but I've had them for so long. And then also the lower part of my film is also lifting up, and I have an air bubble under that. So there's like air bubbles, and that is like the worst thing ever. I don't mind cracks so much, but air bubbles, my god, how can anyone live with that, right? But yeah, I've gotten used to it. I don't even see it anymore. But it is triggering. Yeah. Like Concord? What do you mean? Concord was my favorite game for the whole week that it existed. It was my favorite game ever. When it comes to gachas, I'm a weirdo. I'm one of the rare people who actually enjoys the SAO games. I played one SAO game. I thought it was fine. It was cool that you could customize your character. I don't know about any of the other ones, so... Yeah, I can't talk about it. I just know that I kind of enjoyed the one that I played. I like to point out living that is the worst and one in the game for no other reason. It's literally designed to kill you. Yeah, pretty much. But they did change it, right? You do get a lot more HP now, which at least for me as a healer, I feel has significantly improved my experience with it. But yeah. I don't mind if a game has pronouns, etc. in there, but let's not put the focus on what gender or whatever the MC is, but make it a good game. If the game is good, then people don't care. Look at Astrobot. Yeah, that's true. I think, you know, inclusivity is really good unless it gets in the way of making a good game. And unfortunately, a lot of studios currently confuse that, and they put in inclusivity to have it for the sake of it, and they kind of forget to make a good game while they're at it. Because I think, and also this whole there's another conversation about you know, pretty MCs, and we want beautiful women in our games, and no one wants ugly characters, and there is some truth to that. But at the same time, I'm definitely of the opinion that I don't think it cares. I don't think the community cares. I don't think it matters as much as some people make it out, because we can kind of circle around. If you get too radical with it and you're like, we only want pretty women, don't you think that's sexist? Saying that men only want one thing, and that is beautiful women in their games, like if you legitimately say that, then I think you're circling around to be racist, to be sexist towards men, saying that all men only care about looks. I think that's sexist, but that's just me, you know? But yeah, I think there is a point to say that obviously, you know, beautiful characters, sex sells, is still a thing, you know, it's always going to be a thing. That's very real. And it's very naive to say, no, we don't care at all. But I also think that we wouldn't care so much if the games were good. And I don't think anyone would care about more masculine women. I mean, look at Lara Croft. I think Lara Croft was pretty masculine. She was more of like a dominant personality as well. She knew what she wanted and stuff like that, right? I think we've had that. I mean, we've had plenty of characters that are more, I mean, you know, like the muscle woman stereotype thing is very, very liked by a lot of men. They like dominant women, they like muscly women, right? They like the goth GF, the thick goth GF and everything, right? So I think there's a point to be made that we don't care as much as long as the characters are intriguing and, you know, they're just cool characters. And you can still like a game even if there's no big booba anime women in there. Like, you know, if not, you know, we like Stellar Blade for its women. We like Stellar Blade for all its beautiful characters, but we also like Stellar Blade for the gameplay, for the music, for, you know, all of the stuff that it has to offer that is not just beautiful women. Like, of course it's like a big part of the game, and for me it's a big part of the game. I love Stellar Blade, but if the gameplay wasn't satisfying, and if it wasn't fun to play through the story, and if the story wasn't half decent, then I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much, and I wouldn't want to come back to it and play it again. But it did all of that, and I can guarantee you that's not because it just has a nice looking main character and, you know, pretty decent and nice looking other characters. That's just not a thing, right? So, I don't know, I think there's a lot of nuance to it, and a lot of people unfortunately circle back to being sexist, often towards like their own gender, you know, or they circle back to being racist or whatever, with their very radicalized rhetoric, which I think is always hilarious when that happens. But unfortunately, I see it quite a lot on Twitter and whatever, and I don't know. People forget a lot of the nuance, and it's very sad because there's so much good conversations to be had about that stuff, but people just, I don't know, they just can't do that, I guess. The very concept of invulnerability to keep you from dying living, that is literally if you don't heal the equivalent of 100% revive. Fuck you, you die anyways. Yeah. Okay, team, thanks for that. Great design. Yeah, but I mean they did change it, right? They did make it so you get a lot of HP, and healers don't even really need to heal at this point. Like maybe a little bit, but if you have enough shit to hit, then usually you're fine, right? So it's good that they made that change. It's still awkward. I'll say it's an awkward invuln, especially for healers, because in a like trash pull we need to stop healing the tank, and then you need to kind of gamble if it's gonna be enough damage on the tank to actually make them go to 1 HP, and if not, then you're gonna have to heal them, and it's very awkward. It's much more awkward than the other ones, for sure. You're telling me 14 as healers? Absolutely. They're rare, but they exist. For Samurai, I'd rather press 1 1 1 2 2 1 3 3 to do all 3 combos, and then press 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 5 6. I am scared. Help. I'm just living that a lot of NPC does and never let me die from it. I'm calling skill issue. Yeah, it's because, you know, it's much easier now as well. So, and trash mobs. It goes crazy in trash mobs. The healing is really good there. Yeah. The science can never die as long as Tatara exists. True. Hi, Vainglory. It makes dollars. That's the end goal of every company. Yep. I hope you're well, Vane. If they kill Avishtolos, then people would legit quit the game. That's true, yeah, and that's why I think they would never do that, and that's fair. I think that's totally fair. I would be really sad, and I wouldn't like that, so yeah. But I know some people would, so it's personal preference. My running headcanon is that Tatara is secretly the final uncensored Asian who betrayed the convocation to start her own fashion line. I really hope that's the storyline, because perfection. They could kill off all the male Lala. Yeah, the important one is dead, I guess. I mean, Kral's parents are cool, I guess. Is there any other male Lala that's not a creep or weird? No. The one that follows Nashu around in the Hildebrand quest line, that one, I think we need to shoot that one to the moon, into the hole that Zodiac was in. I think that's appropriate. She's taking some of the money we should get from our quest and just hoarding it all. I think so too, yeah. Yeah. 35 more minutes, I'll be fangirling over Digimon. I hope you have fun with the game. Yeah. I just stay away from gachas. Good decision, honestly. I know a lot of people can't really handle it. You know, spend responsibly, budget wisely, and if you have FOMO, then it's a problem. Totally. It can be. They increased the HP again from Abyssal Drain recently. Yeah, that's the thing, right? That also helps. It's just that you can die from an invuln at all, but it's not even a problem anymore. Yeah, like, it used to be definitely more of a problem before, and now I haven't had a problem with it recently. Hi, Christy! Sorry, I'm catching up on chat again. I'm really trying. Oh my god. You guys are too active, man. What am I gonna do with you, huh? Talk so much to me. Suffering from success, huh? I feel like gachas like Genshin have time limits, so it becomes too much what they want to do with the stories. Yeah, because next to the story they also need to make new characters. So yeah, it's definitely tough. What's Natlan? No, it's Natlan. It's just Natlan. Isn't that what they call it? N-A-T-L-A-N. Natlan? I think maybe they pronounce it differently. Are you getting the new Monster Hunter next month? Probably, yes. There's a lot. Oh god, there's so many games. I didn't even take that into account, but yeah. Wait, Emmett used Holmgang if you choose him to tank as Dark Knight? Wait, he does? Wait, what is this I'm reading right now? What? That's hilarious. What? I mean, is he actually Dark Knight though, or? I mean, usually they're like in between classes, right? Is that 3D third crafting material a third and a crystal? No, that's a Sako essence. Sakos are like my distant relatives. They're like socks, but they have a consciousness. Yeah. Yeah. It's really cute. I think they're cute, but they're also a bitch to get. They're the VR headset by Apple? Oh god, please. Saying it's okay to canonically give the darkest character in the game the terrifying black lady treatment. I mean, I don't know about that because I haven't played the story or anything, so I don't know who you refer to. If it's like in Natlan or in I haven't played most of Fontaine and I haven't played Natlan at all. So yeah. I don't know about anything that they do in terms of like character writing and stuff. I'm strictly speaking about the aesthetics of it. Yeah. They profile Xinyan, are terrified of her. Wait, I need to look that up who that is again because I don't even remember most of the character names. That's how long it's been. That is how long it's been. Mm. Oh, it's her. Yeah, see, I've never even heard about that. Like, I've never even heard about that profiling of her. So, yeah, I have no idea. I would have to read up on that because no idea. No idea. I've not seen it in game. I remember her from the main story. She had that, didn't she have that show in, was it Sumeru? No. It was, what's that area called? I don't even remember what the area is called. Oh my god. She had that concert, right? And they had like a New Year's event. I remember that. But nothing else. So yeah. People like Sweet Baby enforce DI on games and movies and then tell designers to make certain characters less attractive. Yeah, like they want to change Tifa and Aerith to make them less attractive. Yeah, I think that's just silly. Like that's just weird. Can we just focus on making a good game? Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's so weird. Like, imagine you're a character designer and someone approaches you and is like, oh yeah, but make them a little ugly on purpose. Like, I would be like, no, I'm sorry. I'll make the character however I think the character should look based on what you want them to be for the story. I'm not gonna like make them a certain way because, you know, you think that you need to be uglier or prettier or whatever for the sake of like customer satisfaction or whatever, you know? I'm making it to tell the story. I'm not making it to, you know, have the customers approve. But then again, I know that's how a lot of, you know, games are made. They just care about making the money and having it sell well. So, you know, they're kind of like, I don't know. It's so weird because it doesn't make any sense. But to me, it's like, you want to tell a story, right? Does it really matter? Like, unless they're meant to be ugly for the story, like, you know, if someone is meant, for example, Snow White is canonically meant to be the most beautiful woman around that they have. Like, that's the point. It's like they describe her a certain way and they say that she's meant to be the most fair or most beautiful, whatever they say, in the land, right? That's literally the point of the entire story, why it happens, is that. So if you have a reason for someone to be specifically pretty or specifically ugly, then that should be the deciding factor on why the character is specifically made that way, right? It needs to have a in-universe reason. But if your in-universe reason, or if your reason to make a character look a certain way is because we want the game to sell, then you're not telling the story for the sake of the story anymore. And that is where story writing and creating things goes wrong, right? And that is why it's so sad that everything has become, you know, monetized, and they're monetizing everything to just sell games, be a big company, make more money, because then the focus has to become just selling, and it can't be just telling a story anymore. And that is not the fault of, you know, the people who make the characters, and, you know, also not necessarily the fault of the story writers. It is a problem of the CEOs and the managers and everything that say, no, we need this game, you know, and the people that are responsible for the monetary aspects of it. That is where it goes wrong, right? And yeah, you know. I don't know how to fix it. I'm just a little guy, but I think there's definitely a problem just in the industry. In any industry, really, but, you know. Yeah. She spent a month practicing her facial expressions so people wouldn't be as afraid of her. Yeah, I've completely, like, missed that. So I wouldn't know. Again, I'm not very read up on that, so... Welcome in, Caldor. Do I call you Caldor? Do I call you Drago? What do I call you? There's also people that play games to escape reality. Some don't want to play an ugly character because they think they're already ugly IRL. Yeah, you know, I think that can also be a part of it. Obviously, everyone has their own motivations, and yeah, that whole aspect of we just want to escape reality is also, I think, a big part in the discussion of politics in games and you know, all the DEI stuff that's being talked about. Definitely a big topic as well. If people saying, I just want to play a game to play a game and just, you know, chill and turn my brain off. And if you get like, you know, force-fed some political stuff, then yeah, it's or like agenda that you can tell that is very much agenda for the sake of it, then obviously people would dislike that. Yeah. We have a little 7 feet tall demon that people aren't afraid of. Well, yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair, you know. Hataki Ito, true. I remember him, but only because of his little bull. I mean, yeah, okay, I remember him because he's an idiot. I don't like him. I know a lot of people like him, but I don't like him. He's too goofy. He's too goofy, yeah. But I like his little bull that dances. That was cute. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Candace? I love Candace. I really like her. But she doesn't really do much in the story. I don't know. I just think she's a queen. Title given to African queens, right? I think then again, it's like, yeah, you have that, and you have like, I know you have the Archons. I don't know if it's all of them, but don't they also take their names from like Greek mythology or something? They're just changed. I know Paimon, like there's Paimon, the name Paimon also exists, right? Yeah, it's like that's the thing. I don't remember any others, I think, right now. But they've had those as well. And I mean, Paimon is nothing like the demon Paimon either, which I'm still worried about, because right now, Paimon is super innocent, and I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting for Paimon to turn out to be like this super deep character, and we're all hating on her. And it's, it's like suddenly she's like super important, and just like, I don't know, something's gonna happen, and she's the super villain. No, she's not gonna be the super villain, but, you know. That's also funny, but yeah. No, I don't think. Well, Denka, I don't think that's how you should interpret what I said. I don't think that's what you should take from it. I mean, I said that it was simply because of the aesthetic, because I literally just saw a tweet, I think yesterday, and it just like, it was just about Nahida and her outfit, and it was like these two represent the same the same nation, and it was a comparison to Reverse 1999, which is actually a really nice game. I can really recommend that. It has such beautiful art, and it's a bit it's a bit out there. It's certainly one of the more odd games. Like, it's also a gacha, but that game, like, it has a very deep and dark story and like dark storylines, and it's very mature. But that game has like beautiful aesthetics, and if you're more for cultural like accurate cultural representation, then I can definitely recommend that, because yeah, that is like they show very like accurate, or I wouldn't say accurate because I don't really know much about it, but they show very, you know, more realistic depictions of different nations. So yeah, maybe that's something for you. I don't know. If I had that with the AirPods phone, I would have immediately bought a new one, took the screen out. Yeah, I was like, no, I've done this. I'm not buying new ones. I'm done. I'm not dealing with this. And then I just forgot about it eventually and just got used to it. Yeah. Your screen isn't cracked, but you have to leave your PC open so it doesn't overheat. The armrest on your chair is broken. I remember you posted about fingering a hole in the back of your monitor to get it to turn on. No. That thing about the monitor, I have to actually disprove that. I figured out it was just a cable that was like loose or not working. Something was wrong with it. So no, that one has been officially approved. The other things, yeah, okay, sure. Whatever. You know? What? Yeah, okay. That, I guess. But, yeah. My armrest also is technically not broken, okay? Technically not. but it's not broken in a way that it matters. Okay? But yes, my life is falling apart. But it has nothing to do with my PC or my armrest. Yeah. I enjoyed Genshin until I got very tired of weird time window on Artifact Guard. Yeah, Star has it better. Yeah, I also like Starfield better. Just I don't like the farming for it still, but I don't know, it was just a nicer game. Yeah. Okay. Weird reaction. Alright. Okay, moving on. Chris also won pretty woman in games. That is very true. That is very true. I want Lulu from Final Fantasy. What was it? Was she 10 or 11? No, it was 10, right? Yeah, I still need to play that game. I still need to play that game. I started it and then they made me play Blitzball. And then I was like, oh my god, please don't do this. And then I quit the game. I think I played for a little longer, but I like to make it more of a story to say, I played Blitzball. They made me play the tutorial of Blitzball and then I quit because of that. Because that sounds funny. Because no one likes Blitzball. Yeah. I like Starblade for even our outfits. I could not give two shits about gameplay or the story. Still waiting for PC release. Yeah. PC release is gonna be insane because then probably also the modders are gonna come around and they're gonna be like, yep, that game. You know, that game is already great, but we can do more with that. So that's gonna be fun. But yes, like honestly, out of all the games, I would say that Stellar Blade is probably the one that is the most, you know, unmod needy. Does that make sense? Obviously mods are always not TOS, not good guys, remember. But I would have to say Stellar Blade provides us with a lot of good stuff. And a lot of good looks, so it doesn't really need it that much, you know. Hi Kagura, how you doing? How's it going? Have I said Happy New Year to you yet? I don't know. I have returned once more. This time I walked the dog. Oh god, I'm old. Does everything hurt? Do you grunt yet when you get up? That makes you old. Yay! I'm so good at seeing my chat. I'm trying to catch up. I've been trying that for like half an hour now. Yeah. Too bad that person already left. Yeah. It's fine. I want to catch up to the messages still. Yeah. I don't know if the game character is interesting, the character could be purple. Yeah, I know, right? And as someone said earlier, it's like, yeah, you had Astrobot and that's Game of the Year. I've looked a bit at Astrobot's gameplay. It's definitely not my type of game, but I can see why people like it because it's pretty innovative with a lot that they do. Like, you know, they have like these tiny little details and everything and these homages to other games, and I can definitely see why they made that Game of the Year. But it's definitely more of like a mainstream game and just not my cup of tea. But yeah, that's a robot. That's a little robot guy. So, you know, it really doesn't matter. I mean, how many people like Shrek as a movie, right? That's not gaming, but how many people love Shrek? And they really enjoyed that movie and whatever. And Shrek is like so ugly, I'm sorry, but Shrek is so ugly and he's meant to be. And it's his whole stick, right? Like that's the whole thing about him, and it's funny and it works. So yeah, it's like you just need to make it make sense, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Political stuff is fine, even racism in games depending how it's used. Look at Waka and Final Fantasy X. Oh yeah, I haven't played that enough to know anything about that either. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people are also, they're like, they don't want to have bad themes in their games because portraying that is obviously bad. Like, if you have something bad happen to a character and you have these, you know, these themes of racism or sexism and stuff like that, and then that happens and, you know, you write a character that way, obviously that's gonna be like, yeah, that's a bad thing. But as long as you make sure that it is seen as a bad thing, and, you know, it's not just there to send a message like the audience in a way where it's like, we're just kind of showing this off or whatever, as long as it has consequences and, you know, it's still portrayed as obviously bad, then that's still a good thing, right? And I think a lot of people kind of confuse it, or they're scared that the audience will see it as a bad thing to just portray that in a character, which that doesn't make sense, right? It's like, yeah, you can write a horrible character, but that obviously doesn't mean that you as a writer are horrible, because if you're writing a horrible character and you acknowledge it and you make other characters acknowledge it as a bad thing, then, you know, that obviously shows that you as a writer have that moral compass. And, you know, just because a character is written as a bad person, I mean, you have people write villains all the time, right? So it's just generally that. If you write a villain, that doesn't mean that you condone it, because it needs the context of the story. And if obviously if the story condones it, then that's questionable. But that's not usually how it goes, right? So you always need to be aware that obviously you're telling a story, and conflict is also necessary for a lot of good stories. So yeah. Just put a character creator in a game, let people make whatever they want. Yeah. Then never talk about it in a game like Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. I mean, I really like having a extensive character creator. I mean, I'm playing NIKKI, okay? We're playing NIKKI right now, obviously. Obviously. I like that. Like, dress-up games are amazing. And every time I have an option to customize my character more in games, perfect. Amazing. Yeah. Thank you for the lurk, Wolfie. Thank you. I appreciate it. And hi, Mia. Welcome in. What's happening? The big yap. We're yapping. Yeah. Have you swiped on this game yet? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. Final Fantasy X did as well. Waka, everyone hated him for being the way he was towards Te-Al-Bed. But after he learned the truth, he changed his POV and actually fought for all the people against evil. Oh. Interesting, okay. Yeah, I haven't played that story, so... Need to get to Final Fantasy X eventually. I need to play all of them eventually, but... You know. Your shoulder doesn't hurt anymore? No, it's actually better. It's gotten better, yeah. They planned for Titus? Is it Titus? To be a plumber? I don't know if you said Titus or Titus, because I used to say Titus, but I don't think that's how you say it. If you play Final Fantasy X on PC, now it's better to immediately mod it just in case your cutscene turned into green screens, which is a 32-bit, 64-bit issue. Oh, interesting. I knew one streamer who loved Blitzball, I don't watch him anymore, so whatever. That's why you don't watch him anymore, huh? Because you like Blitzball? That's fair, yeah. You stubbed your toe getting out of bed? No! And the little toe too. Basically death. Astrobot is basically modern Ratchet and Clank, yeah. But I saw they do a little, like, they do things to the controller and stuff, and it's, I don't know, it's just very refreshing in a way, but still, it's not for me, unfortunately. Yeah. Shrek was originally way uglier. Oh, really? Gonna love and leave everyone. Digimon finish installing? Yes! Though, and Wargreymon is calling to me. Have fun with Digimon. Yeah. Friday Every Bedrock, I calculated 10 days to get. She's a true yapper. I am. You mean this one? Yeah. This one's gonna take a long while. I still don't have any of them. I mean, I have two, but those are remnants of something else that I got. So yeah, still a long way to go. And I mean, these are also time gated, so that's gonna take at least 6 more days. And then we're gonna see whatever we can craft. Yeah. I've been in the screen for too long. I'm getting sad because I'm looking at all I have to do still. It's good that we have something to grind for, right? I'm really happy that they added something that's a little bit more grindy. than just having, you know, another miracle outfit that's as easy to get as this one. Which I think it was good that the first one is easy, because it made sense. You also needed to progress the story, but this one, I think they just want to have something that you can do over a longer period of time, because there's not going to be as much content updates for a while, so it makes sense, yeah. People are talking about Lord of the Rings being racist now as well, and not the Dwarf Elf thing, but there could be good orcs or Urorks. Yeah, I saw that whole discussion. It's like, the good orc discussion is also very heated. And yeah, I don't know. There's both parts of it, right? I think if the author wants them to be a certain way, then we should respect that if we do a like a retelling. But then again, there's also artistic freedom, and it's like, okay, if they want to rewrite it, then whatever. But you can tell a lot of people don't like it. I personally think it didn't need that, because it adds unnecessary complexity, and the story has so much to tell in terms of complexity, that in my opinion it doesn't need this added complexity of orcs are not the like actual incarnation or whatever, or the physical manifestation of evil, which I think is what they originally were meant to be. I haven't read Lord of the Rings, so I don't really know, but that's what I heard. And yeah, so they were meant to be the like a manifestation of evil, right? And they were just corrupted, and you know, that's just what it is, kind of. And so changing that is like something that, yeah, you can do, but the question is, do you need to do it to tell a Lord of the Rings story? Because Lord of the Rings is such a vast, already established universe, and so many characters that you can tell stories about without changing what they are. And stories that have never been brought to light, right? That have never been actually told before, except in the books. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I just personally don't think it was necessary to do something like this. But I don't know. Like, technically it could be an interesting concept to explore, but I just don't think in the context of the already existing Lord of the Rings, like everything that exists surrounding it, I don't think it was something that, you know, that we needed. Yeah. Still better than 7 weeks to get 5-star recolor. Yeah, that one, awful. I've seen so many people say that they should change it, and I do agree. I think it's too much. I do realize that they're probably gonna add bosses later on, so we're gonna be able to get 2 and then maybe 3 a week. But right now it is really, really tough. It feels pretty unrewarding. Like, it feels like such a big grind. And I mean, if you want all the recolors currently for all the miracle outfits, then you need to wait, what, 42 weeks, I think, was it? Yeah, 42 weeks. For all the, which is like almost a year. It's like 9 months or something, right? Which is crazy. And maybe until then we're gonna have more opportunities to get the tiers, or they're gonna change it maybe, I don't know. What they could do is just increase the amount right now, and then once we get more bosses, decrease it again, so people have an incentive to do all the bosses. I think for release that would maybe make sense, but then I don't know how much is like intended and how much isn't really. Like how much, you know, like if maybe they're willing to change it or not, I don't know. Titus wouldn't be the correct way. Okay, so Titus then. I think. Yeah. That scene in Rings of Power is just a mega cringe. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people complain about that specific part. That's why they call it lifetime suits in other NIKKI games, which takes months to get complete. Yeah, I know they have it in Shining NIKKI, right? They have the lifetimes, and that's like a big grind as well. So it makes sense, and it's good that they have something you can grind out for long. That's like, you know, you don't get the sense of accomplishment if you only have pretty easy to get things. So I totally understand that, and I'm not complaining about, you know, the grind for the outfit itself. It's just that it's not a grind for me to get the recolor materials. It's literally just I go into the fight for a minute, maybe a minute a week, and then I wait a whole week again to get it. That's just very unsatisfying, right? It's not like, oh, I have to do this and then level this and then get this progress here so I can unlock this and then, you know, I can gather the materials that I need. It's just, okay, you go in there for like a minute or two per week and then you need to wait again. That's, you know, that's not a grind, that's just time gated, which, yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. But we'll see. When the ring got destroyed and Sauron explored, all orcs and orcs died. So if they don't care about dying, if they're good, then that could work. But I assume they want to live, so they act against the rest of Middle-earth. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think there's a lot of layers to it and you could argue for or against it. I don't know. I just think, again, what I said, right? In the
Time for a nighttime adventure.
Where even are you, Momo? Momo, did you disappear again? I swear to God, sometimes Momo just disappears from me. And I need to teleport to bring him back because either he gets stuck somewhere or he just straight up despawns. I don't know why. Give him back! I need Momo! He's my emotional support. I read it a long time ago. Maybe I should reread it. I mean, it's probably a very good read. Hi, Clothing Dreams. Welcome in. Welcome in. I think you might be in an ad break right now. People also think Freerin is racist for killing demons that copy humans in order to get close to and kill them. Yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know. I think a lot of people read a lot into those stories. And, like, it is admirable that people, you know, obviously, they want to have, they want to, you know, they want to tell the good stories, and they don't want the character to be portrayed in a negative way. But then again, it is just for the sake of storytelling, and some of the stuff is just really like, yeah, some demons, they can just be written as just evil creatures. And that doesn't hurt anyone, right? Like, they're things beyond our comprehension. I mean, that's more like, what is it called? Like what's the guy's name? The horrors, the horrors, the incomprehensible horrors, whatever that guy's name was. Those, like, there's just some stuff that is just written to be evil, and it's like there's a fine line sometimes where you need to differentiate between, okay, is this just a really bad portrayal of something, or is this actually someone being written or something being written a certain way for the sake of just storytelling and yeah, you know, just as a storytelling device. So yeah, and you know, like, I think demons in Freerin, they're very obviously just a bad thing, and then that's it. That's all there is to it, right? There's no, like, racist agenda behind it, or like, I don't see it, you know. And if the writers have a racist agenda, then obviously that fucking sucks. But I don't know. I think there's, you know, people just want to tell stories. Most of them, anyway. I know that's a thing, right? I know that happens, and I know there's a lot of agenda going around from both sides, right? There's like self-inserts, there's self-injects of, I mean, every story is told from a perspective. Every story is told from a person's moral compass, right? And sometimes it's like you can like a story and you can dislike the author, and you know, you can dislike the story and dislike the author and whatever, and yeah, I don't know. It's tough sometimes. I say Titus is the correct way and you doubting me? Wait, no, you said Titus is the wrong. Sake, Titus would be the correct way. Okay, then I just read it wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, then I read your message wrong. Okay, Titus. Right? Titus? Yeah. When the ring got destroyed. I read that. A long time ago in a galaxy far away. Hell yeah. Hi Hakana, how are you doing? Comes to the word Tita, which means sun. Oh, and not from tide as in sea. Okay, alright. That's why it's Titas and not Titus. Oh. It's not really grind, it's just, yeah, 1 minute fight, wait 10 days. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking they should probably, I don't know. They should probably make it a little less time that you need. That's why I burned out on WoW, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, right? The 1 minute and 10. Like, I don't mind a grind. People enjoy a good grind. Some diligent grinding, you know? But it's like, yeah, if it's literally just, okay, I just do something 1 minute each week. If it was each day, yeah, fine, you know? That's how dailies work. You just do something for a little bit. But if it's just 1 minute each week, yeah.
We've been going all night. The sun's coming up.
The sun's coming up. There's also Drama Queen, where aliens save the world and are now treated as royalty, where humans are treated as dirt by them and 2 humans are fighting against those aliens because they don't like being treated like dirt. Is that an anime? Is that new? That sounds kind of interesting as a premise. You don't enjoy Destiny 2, the game is nothing but grind. Oh no. Now people hating on those 2 people for being and killing the aliens and even eating them. Oh wow, okay. I feel like this game's not a deep in cultural sense. It is someone's vision and interpretation of real life stuff. Of course there should be some borders, but please let's not dramatize. Yeah, I do agree. Drama Queen only has like 4 or 5 chapters now and people are already hating on it. Oh, is it like a manga then? Cut off of Woowa earlier? Uh-oh. I saw Woowa has a new boss and it's like, it's like a siren. I think it's called Lorelei, right? It's Lorelei? Oh, she's so beautiful. I would start playing a game just for her, but she's just a boss and not a unit I can get, so unfortunately I will not be returning. But I saw her video of her and my god, she is beautiful. I mean, all the effects and everything in the fight, it is such a beautiful arena as well. It's just so good. I love it. It's a manga, it's new. Ah, there's a whole lot of drama about it, right? Yeah, well. Well, I'm not really a manga reader anymore. I used to read a lot of manga. Mainly because I didn't know where to watch anime. And I didn't want to watch on illegal sites, you know, which no one ever does, of course. That's not a thing. Those don't exist. But yeah, I used to buy a lot of just physical manga and they got way too expensive, honestly. They used to be like €5 and now they're like 7 to 8, and then if you have anything that's a little thicker or on like the colored or anything of a little bit of a higher quality, then you can expect, I don't know, anything from like 12 upwards. And it's just, I don't know, it's become way too expensive. What I'm getting, the most recent thing that I got after a while, like many years of not buying manga, what I got was the Solo Leveling. Well, it's a manhwa, right? I got that one in English, and that one is so high quality. It's so nice. I love it. And yeah, so that one's really good. But also all the manga I have, I sold a lot of it, or I gave a lot of it away because I didn't want to, you know, take it with me when I moved, and it's all in German. So it's kind of like if I bought manga now, I would like to have it in English because that's just, I don't know. That's just better. So yeah, and like obviously I think English is usually a more common localization than German. That's very specific. And now I think German is cringe. So yeah. Would definitely rather buy my stuff in English. And then it's also easier to get because, you know, English is such a common language and German is just not. And I mean, I can't even get them in German now because I don't live in Germany anymore. So, yeah. Quit Genshin 2 years ago, even deleted my account. Really? It's too much. Yeah. I honestly, I would maybe return to Genshin at some point, but I also stopped playing because it was too much. I had too many side quests open. I had to do the story. I had to like do all the exploration in most of the parts, like finish that. And I would like to, you know, do all the exploration and get everything I can. But because I started late into the game, I felt like I was just catching up and it was just taking too long, and then I had to build teams and grind and farm and do all of that, and I really wasn't feeling it. So yeah, I also stopped, and I totally understand when people say it's just too much. It is too much. If you just start out and you easily get FOMO, then it's very difficult to kind of keep up with that. So yeah. But now, like with NIKKI, because it's a new game that I'm now playing day one, basically, you know, I feel like I can be caught up and, you know, I just do whatever new content comes out and then I'm done. And I don't need to do all of the stuff before, so I think that's what really saves me here. And that's not the game's
Let's stay in
fault.
the shallow water.
I'm staying in the shallow water. Why are you, Momo, why are you gone again? I swear he keeps disappearing. But yeah, and it's not the fault of the game, you know, to get overwhelmed with it. It's just the nature of a game being around for longer. So, yeah, it makes sense. The manga came up in a video about how JP is done with the West. Excuse me. I feel that so bad when your first language starts to feel cringe. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what it is with that. It's just, I don't know. It feels better to like read and watch stuff in English. I don't know. I don't know what it is with that. It's so weird, right? Because I don't know. I mean, I also know quite a few people that are German that just watch everything in German and they're totally fine with it. But I just, I don't know. I can't. But then again, it's also hard to find German like audio for a lot of stuff. And I mean, okay, German is actually a pretty common language for translations. But if you live in like other countries, I don't know. I think some are way more common. I mean, obviously Spanish is usually a language that gets dubbed a lot. German isn't as popular as Spanish. I think Spanish is pretty big. But yeah, there's a few bigger ones, and then you have like, you know, other languages that are way less common, so they wouldn't even get a dub or, you know, a translation. So you'd kind of have to, you know, watch it in English anyway or any other language. Yeah. Meow. Meow meow. You should return to Power. There's so much new stuff. I saw they had an update. Zara actually wanted to download the game again and play it. And he you know, he had like the server for it where everyone could join, and he wanted to play on it, but he didn't want to start a new save, which is totally understandable. I wouldn't want to just lose everything as well. But he couldn't make the server work, so yeah, he didn't want to play the game anymore, and I totally get that. Because I don't want to start new as well. I've like made all this progress, and you know, on the server that we had for the community, made all this progress and got the stuff and have a lot of stuff on a character. So yeah. Kinda unfortunate. Maybe at some point I give it a chance again. I mean, it is a really fun game, but you know. I feel fine only speaking Polish with my family. Otherwise, it feels so weird. Yeah, I'm now learning Norwegian to, you know, to be able to speak that in a country that I live in. So that's what I'm learning, and I could already tell, like I could already feel that I was unlearning German, because I speak so much English. So I'm curious to see how it's going to develop when I start speaking a third language, and if I like unlearn German anymore, or I don't know. But it's definitely funny how you kind of you unlearn your mother tongue. That's kind of, you know, like how does that work? I want to return to Power. Were you also playing it? I think a lot of people, I mean, it was super hyped a while ago. So, yeah, we played it during the hype and it was super fun. I really did like it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to start new again, I think. I mean, maybe it's been almost long enough, I feel like, where I would, but it's not the right timing for me right now because there's so many cozy, nice games that I want to play. Yeah. I'd like to learn German. I used to have it in school, but it all went away and I can't motivate myself. Yeah. Motivation is the biggest problem. If you don't live in a country, then you don't really have, you don't really have an incentive to learn it as much, and you also don't have as much input, so it's much more difficult to learn it. And then you just have to motivate yourself, right? And just be like, but I want to speak this language, and it's much harder to do that. I mean, I can always recommend going into like chat groups or playing games and watching stuff in the language you want to learn. Obviously it's not always available in that language. With English it's super easy because everything is in English, right? But yeah, it's like German is also fairly common, so I'd say it's still alright. Like you still get a lot of dubs in that language and stuff. So, I actually need these ponies. Let me just get that. Like, for me especially, it has helped me to set my games to English when I was learning English. Because I had it in school and it was a pretty big subject. Like, it was heavily counted. It was one of the main subjects. And so it was pretty important to, to learn that and be good at it. But I was never good at it. I always had like C's or D's in it. So pretty bad. I mean, a C isn't a bad grade in my opinion, but I was on the, lower end of the average or lower end of the spectrum. And then I started playing games in English, and then also joining like Discord groups, or I used Line for a bit, which is like a Japanese version of WhatsApp, I guess you could say. And I would talk there, and it was bad. I didn't speak it very well, but I could speak basic English. So, but games, I think games really helped me because you needed context. You needed to know some words to understand. So I got a lot of phrases and words just from playing a game in English, because you get so much, you get the context and you get new words, and it's a really good way. And you need to kind of look some stuff up to understand what they want you to do in a game, obviously. So if you already have a basic understanding of it, that could really help you. Obviously, if you're completely new to the language, you're gonna struggle a lot playing a game in that language. But if you already have some basic knowledge, then I think it could be really good. And you learn some words that you usually maybe wouldn't hear, because, in the context of games, like let's say Infinity Nikki, right? Infinity Nikki would probably teach you a lot of words, and a lot of words that are maybe a little bit more unusual, but then also something that you could use definitely in your real life. Where did you just go, huh? Like, like if I get wool here, I learned the word wool. I learned that I get it from the sheep and stuff, right? So you have the context. What are you doing? or I don't know, something like that, you know. I'm bad at I'm bad at or like it says skip, right? It says F skip, so then I learned if I press F, it moves, like it skips the cutscene, you know. That's just that. You gonna come back? Bro is zooming. No! So yeah, you're gonna learn a lot of words that you maybe wouldn't learn just, you know, learning on Duolingo, whatever. I recommend memorize. That's spelled memorize. I think that's a little better than Duolingo. I mean, it is honestly, in my opinion, a lot better than Duolingo. Sorry, Duo. Don't kill me, please. But it has grammar lessons, and you can like talk to chatbots, which I'm not necessarily a fan of chatbots, but in, you know, in the context of learning a new language, I think that is a very good AI tool. So, you know, they make you have like conversations with other, like, with other people, quote unquote, with like people in social situations. So you like go to a restaurant or go to a cafe, and then the chatbot would be like the barista, and you'd have to order, and then you can reply to them, and then because it's, you know, it's an AI, it's gonna analyze what you said, and then it's gonna give you a matching reply, and gonna be like, I say like, oh, I want a coffee with milk, and they're like, oh, okay, I'll get you that. Would you like something to eat with it? And then so on, right? So I think that's really good, and unfortunately Duo doesn't have that, and it's just learning words and phrases, which is still fine for the basics. You can still very, very well use that, but just to get a bit more hold of the grammar and, you know, all of that, memorize is definitely really good. Yeah. I always start over empowered. I still have the old words, but I'm already indestructible in house. I'd have to use no use of the new stuff, and it would take me 10 minutes to beat on new boss. That's fair, yeah. I mean, if you like that, then you do that. I know Czar really doesn't like starting over, so yeah. For me, it depends. It really depends. I almost failed English at school, and look at me. Graduated from uni in the UK. Yeah. But I think, you know, school education is also not necessarily reflective of skill, and you can always get better later on. But it's also like, you know, sometimes in some subjects, maybe not language, or I would say math maybe, because you have to learn the syntax for it. So that is what school education is for also learning the syntax and stuff like that. But having bad grades in school is not necessarily an indicator of, you know, your actual skill in something. It might, you know, a lot of school is just studying something and then just repeating whatever you studied in a test. And then if you just, you know, haven't studied on that specific topic, then you're not gonna know all the details that they want you to know, and then you're gonna get a bad grade. And then it's gonna say like biology, like D, and then it's just because that specific topic that you were talking about, you just didn't study for, right? So yeah, it's not always indicative of your actual skill and also intelligence, right? So I always take grades with a grain of salt anyway. So, you know. In school, if English isn't your main language, you have these lists of words you have to memorize and then write the translations on tests. Yeah, like from language to English and vice versa. My English teacher didn't care if you didn't know the specific translation. If you saw the word and give a translation, it's a different word from the list you got, you still but still the same meaning. It's still count as correct. I think my teacher did the same thing. Obviously, we had different teachers, but I do remember that was something that some teachers would do. It also depends on the language. Like, for example, in Latin, you could kind of, you know, you could do that way better, way easier than in other languages, because Latin is literally just a translation language that you just translate from that language to English or German or whatever language, right? It was just like reading, like learning words and then reading them. So it's very different in terms like of how it operates as a subject in school. And then it's much easier to, you know, just like take a word that's kind of similar in meaning if you don't know the exact translation. And it also depends on context, I think. It's a bit of a context heavier language, maybe. And you need to sometimes change it up a little bit anyway because they mean something different, but yeah. I got a lot of full marks because I didn't know the actual word, but games taught me a different way of to translate to the same meaning. Yeah. That's good if your teachers allowed that. I think that's a big part of learning languages, and it's good if the teachers know something like that, and you know, they give a bit of leniency, leeway, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So it's good. Obviously there shouldn't be too lenient because yeah, you should still know like more accurate translations, but it's definitely totally fine to kind of know what, you know, know in the context it can mean something else, because that is just how language functions, right? Yeah. I tried German on Duolingo, but it doesn't make any sense for me to learn nouns without the articles. Yeah, which are kind of important for the grammar. That's also a problem I had. Definitely that. Again, Duolingo is really not great for anything grammar related. Like the different... and also you don't learn when you say I, you, he, she, it, they, we, they, and then... What's the last one? I don't know. Language expert, everybody. Language expert. I can speak. I'm a streamer. I'm a VTuber. I'm allowed to struggle. But yeah, they don't do any of that, and that really bothered me. And Memrise actually does that. They actually do those declinations and everything, so that's really good. And you can always ask in Memrise. You can always just ask the chatbot and be like, okay, how do I do the declination of this word, and they just randomly tell you whichever one you're interested in, right? So that's really good. Also, Angel Lucifuge, I don't know. Something like that, but welcome in. I was gonna call you Angel, okay? Is that okay? But yeah, welcome. Tell me how to say your name properly. But welcome in and Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. One of my English teachers was a dick, though. They asked me how I got to the right answer, and my answer was because that's how it is. I know, but I don't know the reason why it's like this. Oh yeah, when they want your when they want your process of getting to the, you know, getting to the end of the equation, and you're like, oh, I just did it in my head, and they're like, no, you need to write every step out. My uncle is one of those people that does the equation in his head, and even if it's like a complex one, he's really good. Like he's a I think he is in Mensa, so he's very intelligent. He's very good with math and stuff. So he would be able to just do an equation and like do it in his head, and but then he wouldn't be able to like write it down properly. So he probably also had problems in school. Time for a nighttime adventure. Am I capped on this yet? I think so. I'm not capped on fishing yet, though. I know that. And not on combat, probably. Yep. But yeah, so that, you know, you can literally be a genius and struggle in school because you don't fulfill the requirements that they have as teachers, right? That's totally a thing, and that's, you know, why I say always take grades and stuff with a grain of salt. He got angry at me, I just guessed apparently. Yeah, that sucks. And if you feel like your teacher doesn't like support you and cherish you and, you know, try to understand how you are tackling things in your head, because every brain works differently, then it can be really demotivating and frustrating. Wow, right? What a hop. Because, yeah. Like, I can imagine it being so frustrating. Maybe you even like the teacher and then they do something like that and then, yeah. That sucks. I had plenty of teachers that just didn't like me. I don't know what it was. Like, a lot of teachers, I just felt like they didn't like me. And I still, to this day, I don't know why. and I got really bad in school, and there's like, that wasn't a teacher's fault. There was like, I had shit going on. So I got way worse in school when I changed schools to high school. A little bit before that, I think, but yeah, when I was in high school. No, actually, I think the first year or something of high school was fine, but then after that, it went downhill pretty fast, and that was really sad because, yeah, I wish I could have performed better, but there was a lot of mental blockage in the way for me, and I think my teachers always just thought, I think that was the problem. I think my teachers thought I was lazy, that I could get better grades, but I was lazy, and I do think I could have gotten much better grades, but my problem wasn't laziness, my problem was depression. So, yeah, and yeah, they don't have the time to deal with that, they don't have the time to like investigate that. A lot of them just, you know, they default and assume that you're just lazy, which was very unfortunate, but yeah, whenever you don't like a teacher for a subject, or you have like some problems going on, then the subject automatically becomes a little worse, right? Even if you like the subject, if the teacher isn't good at teaching, or you just have a personal issue with them, then, you know, then you're probably in for a rather stinky time. Yeah. English at school use present, past, perfect tense, or you have to a sentence and you have to say which one is that. I don't know, I just know what it's supposed to be. Yes, oh my god. You're so right. That is such a good example for that, because yeah, you just know what to write. You just know how to write it correctly. Because you just naturally learned the language, right? And then they're like, no, you need to tell me what made you come to this conclusion, or like, why do you know what to write here? It's like, I don't know, because it's proper English. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah. At school, use present, past, wait, I had that. For math, I can understand how to show the full process, because that shows you do understand. Yeah, that's fair. We also had coins just for the equation, even if the answer at the end was wrong. That, we also had that, yeah. And I know it makes more sense for math, because you could just copy your, you know, your neighbors, your sitting neighbors, whatever you call that. You could just copy their results. So I understand that they want you to write it all out. That's fair, but you know, that's just one example of how, I mean, you know, not everybody's a genius, obviously. Most people would have to do the equation, the full equation, right? So it makes sense, but I'm just saying as an example for something where you know, you could be in trouble in school, is that you know the answer and you don't really know how you got there. That can happen, and then, or you don't know how to write it out properly, like you don't know how to write the numbers on the side. You know how you need to do like a line, and then you write what equation you do, and then you write what, like, you know, like you have like 2x minus y, and then you have equals, I don't know, whatever, 32, right? So then you would do like you would divide it by 2, for example, right? To get rid of that 2 and whatever, and then you'd have to do that equation. And some people in more complex equations, some people have troubles writing that out, right? But they know what they're doing. So that's another thing, right? That's just an example of how you could just have troubles with the syntax that they want you to use instead of the actual equation. So yeah. Cute little doggy. Yeah. It was with wording in English, so the ing ending words. Oh, right. Now I know why it's ing and why it's not. Yeah. I learned my Japanese from anime and French in school. Honestly, probably same. Funnily enough. Yeah, I would say the same. But also, I do want to learn French again at some point. I think it's such a beautiful language. I hated it in school. I hated it. I was like, why do I need to learn French? Man, I don't want it. And then they were like, no, you have to. And I was like, ugh. I don't want to. And then all my teachers, or most of my teachers, were not really good. I didn't like them. And those were usually the teachers that thought I was really lazy, because French was one of my worst subjects. So the teachers would always be like, oh my god, like, what are you doing? So yeah, I get that, you know, that was like a problematic subject for me. And yeah, I don't know. I'm happy it's over, and now I can appreciate the language just for what it is, instead of, you know, thinking of it as, oh, it's a subject I just need to study for. Nah, you know? Yeah. Again, it really depends. It really, really, really just depends on, I don't know, a lot of circumstances, obviously, but also on the teacher. Because, yeah. Yeah. I think we've all had our, you know, our experiences in school where it was like you might have liked the subject and then not like the teacher, or you might have liked the teacher but not the subject, and there's so much to school as a system, right? Logan is having trouble with the show your work bullshit. Why is that the answer? It just is. Yeah, see, I can imagine that. It'd be way more enjoyable if it wasn't for all those damn grades. Yeah, it gave me so much anxiety to know that I'm gonna get graded, and you know that there's tests and you need to do your homework. Oh god, don't get me started on homework. Homework was like one of the worst days. And like, shout out to my former best friend, because I actually copied a lot of homework, praying that no person from my school sees this. I mean, how would they know? But you know, praying that no one sees this. I copied quite a lot of homework from her, or I did it just like the morning before school, or like the night before, like very short, but usually it was the morning before, or like right before the class. I did my homework because I just couldn't, man. I couldn't do it. When I was at home, I was like, okay, I want to be in my safe space now. Leave me alone, right? So yeah, I had massive problems with homework, and somehow I still made it through, right? I had fairly decent, I had okay grades. I finished with an okay grade for my last exam, so I'm not complaining. But now I'm a VTuber, so see where that got me. See where all the tryharding got me, man. But yeah, again, grain of salt, you know? Yeah. All the song Word Crimes by Weird AI still calls me out every time I listen to it. I have not heard that. I'm sorry. Is that like super popular? Weird Al! Oh, it's the Weird AI again. Right. That we've had this before. Can we not do this? Can we not do this conversation again? Because last time people were like so upset I didn't know who that was, and I read it as AI, and people were like, you don't know who that is? I think Frost is one of those people, so I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. You guys have fun over at Bunny's stream. You guys enjoy. I'm not dealing with the backlash of this. Thank you very much. But yes, thank you guys for joining. You don't know who Weird Al is? No, I don't. But I'm not dealing with this today. Well, I do, because you guys absolutely hounded me for it. But yeah, I still don't know. I still haven't listened to it. But yeah, thank you guys very much for joining. I appreciate it. And Sahiva, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Happy New Year! Before I leave, Happy New Year. Time to listen to the songs. And if I remember after I end the stream and I've gotten a tasty treat, then I can try. I can go to YouTube, yes. But yes, thank you guys very much. Make sure to remember to join the Discord if you would like to, you know, just hang out with us. Apart from streams, and just talk with us about games and anime waifus and everything. Feel free to join the Discord if you haven't yet. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you again next week. Raids are starting again. I'll see about the games that I'll be playing. We can, again, just do chill NIKKI streams, whatever. either way, we're gonna be here. We're gonna chill, hang out, yap, do everything. And yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you guys very much for your support. Thank you for the donations. Like, again, thank you for your support. Thank you for the subbies. Thank you for the follows and everything. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a good one. Stay safe. Keep having a good year, okay? Yes. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.